How you gonna sit?
He said, see, I was born in sewage, born to make bomb music, flow tight like I was born Jewish, use the streets as a conduit.
We can't mention Jay-Z lyrics on our podcast or
I
YouTube
kept
won't post our
arms,
videos.
38 longs
Really?
inside my mom's.
Yo, the first podcast, I had to edit the song that G was using by Jay-Z because YouTube was like, nah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
They on the outs with Jigga.
And that's
He
y'all.
probably
That's
like,
y'all goat.
Yes.
he probably be like
Who
on it
don't
like,
who
yo.
don't give music to the public? That's y'all goat.
I don't know anybody who gives music to the public.
We got enough music. That's the crazy thing. We got enough music to just play ourselves. Between all of us, we definitely have enough
We
music.
saving all these hot beats like a coupon.
Could play that. We all that.
Okay.
That's a good song. That was Janet Jackson. All for you. I feel like NPR. This is NPR. Welcome to the podcast, everybody.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Yo, we got a special guest here. Gillz.
Wouldn't say that special. I'm alright.
Get
What's
it
up, y'all?
on.
Yo, you special, bro. Don't do that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Let's introduce ourselves
Why?
because we need to make a habit of that.
That's
Like
dumb.
every
My name
single...
is Danny. I got a big fanny. Whoa.
When you said fanny, I thought you were gonna say panty. I thought you got a good big. It's nothing, not too many things to rhyme with Danny.
What?
Fancy?
Panty, fanny,
Candy?
fanny, panty.
Anything that is with E.
No, candy doesn't rhyme. I got a big candy.
What? No, you say nothing can finish that sentence.
Right, I got a
But
big.
mad stuff rhymes with Danny.
I got a big candy. I got a big Sandy.
And
I
if
got
you
a
got
big.
a king size Snicker,
Mandy.
then you got a big candy.
I got a big Gandy. Randy.
Okay, Cameron.
Don't disrespect. That's the look. That's the last time. So Greg has this feeling that Cameron substance isn't enough to.
My name is
now
Killer
look,
Cam.
Correct me if I'm wrong. To label him as a legendary commodity.
Yes.
Okay.
No. I think Cameron is respected because of what he's done in the rap game. I don't think he's a good rapper at all. That's just my thing.
Lyrically, you're saying he's not?
Yes. What he sounds like to me. My name is Killer Cam. I like spice ham. My favorite rapper superhero happened to be Spider-Man.
No.
That's how all his rap sounds to me.
It's not. You don't listen to a lot of Cameron, huh?
Clearly.
Killer come,
Only song I like by
With
Cameron
the
is not even
goon.
his song.
Killer come.
No, I like Cameron on features. I'm lying.
Killer come.
She knows more about Cameron than me.
With the goons I spy, stay in tune with mine. She like, damn, it's the realest since Kumbaya.
Why? Kumbaya is real?
The realest.
The realest.
You couldn't even defend that. Stop it. I like him on features. Like I like him on Gone. I like him on that song with Nicki. I like him on Old Boy. That's about it.
That's
mean,
his song though.
Old Boy is Jewel Santana's song. Oh no, it is
No,
his
it's Cam.
song.
Yeah.
That's Cam.
He just wasn't on it the entire time.
Yo, did you hear
Because I like Jewel Santana part.
Did you hear the backstory about how they got that beat?
Nope.
They jacked Just Blaze for that beat.
Whoa.
They heard him. They heard him play it in the studio. Just Blaze went out for like a smoke break or something. Niggas took the beat, just straight took it and recorded Old Boy in the same day or like the next day. Put it on Hot 97, and Just Blaze heard it like, "Yo, I let you hear the beat."
That's Jewel Santana's.
That's literally Cameron
crazy.
saying like, "I'm taking this shit," like that type of shit. Like,
Damn.
They have on a pink mink. Imagine being jacked by somebody in a pink mink, yo. I'd be mad and drove a pink Cadillac.
yo, when you saying this reminds me of, you know that song with Biggie Smalls, I Got a Story to Tell?
Mm-hmm.
Every time I think about that story when he said he robbed a dude with a pillowcase, I just imagine him with the full Biggie getup, like with the derby on his head, with the suit and a scarf around his face and a gun. Like,
I was thinking he had on a Coogee.
either way, like we know this you Biggie. Like,
Wait, he had a what on his head?
A pillowcase.
I like a Halloween costume.
Like on the Django and
right.
Like it's like a hole.
But the whole entire Biggie get up on the body, like,
Now, we all thought the pillowcases over our head was a good idea. Poorly executed. But that dude was, he said, "Don't you ask me and mine for nothing."
that's my movie.
It's a great movie, yo.
It is.
Yo, you know Will Smith. You know Will Smith was supposed to play the role.
He
of,
could not deliver the way Jamie Foxx did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And I think Will Smith was a great actor. No way he was delivering that.
He said, basically he was, in a nutshell, like he was tired of that type of imagery, as far as like, you know, slaves type of thing.
It was mad slave movies that year.
No, I heard that he's like never played a slave role or like any like demeaning black person character,
He played Hancock, a drunk black superhero.
but like revenged himself.
True.
Yeah.
Like he's
Oh.
like what name of all his movies? They're never like the typical colored role.
He was a con man in that movie that was based in New Orleans. With Margot.
Forrest. Yeah.
What's the name of that movie?
It's a good movie.
No,
Explain it in a minute.
Yeah.
Focus.
Focus. It is
I
a
say Forrest.
Focus. What's that about?
He's a con man. Will Smith plays a con man who, I don't remember the premise of the story, but his character was a really good con man. Like he could con you into anything and get big money off of it.
Is this early Will Smith?
No, this is like maybe 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yo, I need to look that up.
It's a good movie. It's a really good movie.
Yeah, I definitely need to look that up. I haven't even heard. I haven't even heard of that before.
I was gonna bring up a topic because I was gonna bring up a topic, but then I was gonna debate myself on it. But who do you think has better roles? Not necessarily movies, but roles. Will Smith or Denzel Washington?
Denzel Washington.
Really?
Wait, what do you mean like movie? Like the overall like?
Just the role that they play. So not necessarily if the movie is good or bad, not saying that, but the role that they play, the character they play, iconic roles, who's better?
Denzel.
I think somebody would argue Denzel or choose Denzel. Think of the iconic roles he's played. Like American Gangster and Malcolm X and
Equalizer.
But I think it's a talent to. Because when you think Denzel's most iconic performances come from, like, him portraying someone.
Yeah.
You believe it, yo?
But I
think you gotta look at Will Smith as, like, he's given characters where he has to create them.
Yeah, I feel like Denzel plays the same character over, just in different forms. Whereas Will Smith does completely different stuff.
No, that's not true.
I think so.
Equalizer is not my man from Training Day.
It is.
Excuse me?
It is.
Excuse me?
Listen. Yeah.
Why? Why?
Yo, that is not the same person, yo.
I think it is. I don't think that Denzel has a role that's way out of character the same way Will Smith could be a superhero, he could be a genie, he could be Muhammad Ali. He could, just a lot of different things. So I think he got a little bit more range overall, but
how is the guy from Training Day the dude from Equalizer?
You could read any line that Denzel Washington said in any movie, and it could be in any of his movies. Like, you could read a line from John Q. It could be in Equalizer. A line from Training Day could be in
Remember the Titans?
Anything.
The man from Training Day was egotistical.
Mm-hmm.
He was cocky, self-centered. The guy from
that was him in that Airplanes
Equalizer
movie.
That was also him
in
American Gangster.
He was humble. Look, the exact polar opposite. He was humble. He stood for
that's him and John Q.
for justice.
Malcolm X.
No, I'm talking Training Day. We're not talking about Malcolm X.
But we just
get those characters are similar. Yeah.
No, but Training Day. You said every movie, so Training Day specifically. You said Training Day is the same guy from Equalizer. When they're literally,
no, I'm saying it's the same. Like, that character is just reformed. It's just Denzel Washington doing this character now. Then Denzel Washington, but it's not too far out of the realm of what he sounds like. It's always.
I thought when I was a kid, I thought Denzel Washington was Malcolm X.
Wait, Malcolm X died, right?
No, you gotta imagine how early I saw it when I first saw Malcolm X.
Mm-hmm.
How young I was, like, so this is not like a 12-year-old Giovanni, like a grown man. I was like when it first came out, I saw it, and this was my first introduction of Malcolm X, and I believe that this was Malcolm X.
I get that. So this is what I part ways with Denzel having better roles than Will Smith. Malcolm X existed, so he had something to look at and develop that character from. If you look at Will Smith movies, Pursuit of Happiness, I Am Legend, 7 Pounds. Those are characters he had to make. Like, he had to make those characters believable.
Pursuit of Happiness is a real guy.
Sorry, not Pursuit of Happiness. I Am Legend, 7 Pounds, Hancock.
Both of them have their fair share of real people who they had to
I think Jamie Foxx better than both of them, so I don't care.
Jamie Foxx, the difference between Jamie Foxx and everybody else, Jamie Foxx does impersonations. Like, he not only acts like them, he's trying to like sound with the same exact tone as that person.
Evaluating films like this because I just watch it. I am not in this conversation.
You just watch it. You don't care if the person is like embodying who the real person portrays to be.
Sometimes, like, when I watch Lifetime and I'm in my feelings, yeah.
Lifetime?
Yeah.
What are you talking about, girl?
Like acting. That's what you're talking about.
I said, wait, what?
Lifetime? What are you talking about?
Wait, you said, do I ever watch something and I feel embodied?
No.
Oh, what?
Lifetime.
When you take a
What are you
role
talking about,
that is
girl?
real, like a person who
So why
actually
is
exists,
Lifetime not real?
because they're always based
They got
on.
surviving R. Kelly.
Has that ever been on Lifetime?
I don't know.
It aired on Lifetime.
Oh yeah.
Real quick question: who can play R. Kelly
In a movie?
in a movie? Who can play R. Kelly?
Tyrese.
Wait, so you tell me?
Yo,
So
yo,
you tell me?
Tyrese playing R. Kelly is crazy, yo.
Wait.
Oh my
Yo,
god.
that would be crazy right now. If Tyrese pull up with the leather pants on and the black shades on, speaking into the light bulb microphone.
He's in tears.
Yo, that is insane, yo.
He's crying. I want y'all to know that.
Yo, Tyrese is literally the gateway to anybody that's bald headed, yo. He can play anybody, yo. Anybody with a bald
And he
head.
could sing, Mr. Pod Piper. Yo, body that roll, yo.
Yo, Tyrese could play that equalizer role, yo.
No, he could not.
Tyrese and the Equalizer is crazy.
Now you going too far.
That glory role with Denzel Washington.
That's one of the best performances I've ever seen in my life.
See, that's not the same thing, yo.
But it is.
But it's the same. It's like if I saw Denzel Washington do an interview, I could say that's the same guy that was on all of his movies. Like that's him. You know
I'm
what I mean?
saying the fact that his voice sounds,
Mhm.
but the decisions he makes are different.
Jimmy Fox.
The besides the decisions that character makes are different. That character affects the person next to them differently. It's totally just because he's not like he doesn't have the best like animated impersonation like a what's the nigga what's the white guy name?
We are men.
Jim
Like
Carrey.
Willy Wonka and all that.
Willy Wonka.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny.
What?
Niggas don't miss a beat.
Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka.
You got the exact amount of times I said Willy Wonka. Willy Wonka, Willy Wonka. I didn't even say that shit.
Willy Wonka.
Oh man.
Yo, what's the first goal?
We are men. And that's men. Denzel Washington sucks.
Listen. What's the first joint?
His son gonna be better, yo.
Yo.
Nah, you're bugging.
John David Washington, he will be.
You googled that name. You didn't know it.
No, I like ballers, yo, and I really want to see Tenet.
We live in a different age now, yo. It's different. Like actors.
It just takes one movie.
It does, but look, let me tell you this: the difference between actors from before, like the Will Smiths, the Jamie Foxxes, the Denzels,
The Forrest Whitaker.
Johnny Depps,
I haven't mentioned Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker, whatever you want
That's
to
one
say.
with the crazy eye. Oh.
The difference between them
Why did you do your eye like that?
and like the cast of like I don't know, like Wu-Tang or something.
Mhm.
They are usually social media influencers at first. And directors are compromising, choosing someone who will fit the role versus someone who has more
But
followers
that's
on
not John David Washington.
followers on social media. But I'm saying that's what the landscape of acting is.
I
You
get
got
you.
more followers. We know more people gonna definitely watch our movie
If you're on it.
if you're playing this role, like
Oh,
versus picking a
I get
nobody
that.
from back in the day.
I get you, but I think Denzel Washington's son is actually talented.
And you think his talent can surpass
His father, yes.
to the likes of...
It takes one movie. One. Let's say, and this is probably way too soon to say, but let's just say he plays Chadwick Boseman in the Chadwick Boseman feature.
Who's Chadwick Boseman? I'm serious.
Look at Gillz face.
Oh my god.
Black
No,
Panther.
to be fair, he don't watch the MCU movies, so he would.
You bugging.
He don't watch.
Yo.
He don't.
Yeah.
He know Black Panther is.
He might not know Chadwick Boseman by name though. So I give him
Honestly,
that.
that was no disrespect to him. I was thinking Tigella. We went like...
Oh my god.
Yo, people will listen to this podcast like, yo, y'all laugh every 5 seconds.
Yo, I was thinking... Yo, anytime I think about his real name,
It's not T'Challa.
I think about Tigella.
There's people like you that probably drove his cancer up.
That was like.
Yo, did anybody ever see the meme of him like doing the Wakanda Forever sign over
I
time?
was tired.
The joke went from to. Alright, bro. Yeah.
I'm not laughing at none of these jokes. I ain't say nothing.
No, he's great.
He's a great man. I'm like, rest in peace. But I'm saying, let's say Denzel Washington's son plays him in his buyout. It takes
Nobody
one movie.
better. No, babe. Nobody. People, I think it's too early.
Way too early. I'm just saying.
Mad people gonna get flack anyway. But right now, if he call himself doing some type of Chadwick, which is Chadwick Boseman type of
Can we bleep this out? Because they
Yeah,
about
bleep
to.
it out, bleep
They
it
about
out.
to
I'm not
drag
bleeping this
it.
out.
They
No.
gonna
Nobody
cancel
said
us.
anything
Yeah, you
disrespectful.
cancel us. That was.
Cancel us. Cancel you.
No, nobody said anything bad though.
Right.
Rest
I'm
in
just
peace.
saying they be canceling people over everything. Yo.
You next. Go.
Who's next?
Who's next? Yo, you know that's Barney, yo?
That's not
Nah,
that's not
Barney.
Barney. That's
Hip
Yeah.
hop,
Harry.
Harry, right?
Look it up. That's the dude who played Barney. That's the dude who played Barney.
Oh, the dude that's in the suit?
Yes.
Then say that. Don't say it's Barney.
Yo. You know what I meant.
No, we didn't.
Barney, the dude who played Barney
We
said
get you. The
he
white
was
dude
tired.
that's in the suit.
That's a black dude.
Get
I
out of
swear
here.
to you.
Wait, didn't he have some allegations though?
No, that's the guy who did Elmo.
You talking about or Teletubbies or something like that, right?
I don't know about Teletubbies.
No, I heard something like that.
I mean, you do child shows. At some point,
The
you gotta be a
nigga-
child pedophile.
The nigga who played Barney for all of the years.
You don't think the nigga that does Reading Rainbow is a pedophile?
No, don't do that. That's my man from
Nah,
the Roots.
no,
Yo. Don't
don't
do that,
do
bro.
that. We ain't putting
Chill.
Smutty in there. What's his name?
LeVar Burton.
LeVar Burton.
Don't do
we
that,
ain't,
bro.
we ain't doing that over here, man. PBS, holla at your boy.
What? What was that?
No, I had to get the PBS plug. Look, yo, the nigga who played Barney, I saw this like documentary about him. He said he wanted. Listen, cause I go down that wormhole on YouTube. I be watching
We
shit
know.
and I end
So the
up.
level right there.
It's a good movie, documentary.
Look, he said he wanted to be a cartoonist. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to be a cartoonist. And he said somehow he stumbled across the gig to do Barney. He did Barney for years and said, I want to do something different. And he did Hip Hop Harry. If you go back to Barney, the voice sounds like
I don't remember.
different.
Hip Hop
after a while.
Harry is the most racist show I've ever witnessed as an adult.
Why? It's a black man displaying black
Is he
culture.
dancing with white
Who is that show for?
Everybody.
Any
Stop!
kid.
Stop it!
Nah,
wrong with
you
the show?
make, right. I'm glad somebody else is here, yo. Like, no, that could be for anybody. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, a show that does hip hop is for everybody.
so he can't do hip hop.
And now it's like Asian and white kids breakdancing on the show.
Who do you think is listening to hip hop now?
Don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't
Yo.
do that.
Look at him.
Y'all think y'all all could be against me? I don't care. No, that show is racist.
How is it racist?
Because why had to be hip hop Harry? Why couldn't it be salsa Harry?
Hey, Barney wasn't hip hop.
Salsa Harry.
This is probably the most offensive. You should just name this one offensive. And this
I think we on a roll. Call us butter.
Yo, you still want to do that word association joint?
I thought you had topics today. I was all ready to get in my bag and answer some questions.
I think we got a better flow now.
Oh, because now it's like a conversation.
Danny said she wanted to do word association.
What's that?
Like I say a word, you guys say the first word that comes to your head.
And if you want to, you could explain why.
That sounds cool.
Okay.
Why you gotta explain? I don't want you to explain.
I want to. If I want to explain, I'm gonna explain.
So how's it go?
So I say a word, and then you say the first word that comes to your head.
And then explain why.
You don't have to.
You don't have to explain why.
If you want to.
If you want to, you can. So if I said chicken.
Barbecue.
Bread.
Oh, we going in the line like that?
No, whatever. Just.
Oh, well, that. I mean,
Why bread?
Cause like money, like getting that chicken.
I
Would
never
have not
heard.
have thought of that.
For real.
I never heard of that.
You never heard
Nope.
of that chicken?
chasing that chicken.
No, I never heard
You
of
heard
that.
chicken?
I've heard of chasing that chicken, but that would have been the first thing that came to my mind.
Yo, I hear that reference so much that that's the first thing that popped in my head when you
He
said
said
that.
chicken.
Chicken.
Okay, drip.
Sauce.
Me.
Rain.
Yo, if nobody
Wow.
if nobody don't know us, if nobody don't know us and they hear that, that sounds crazy.
That's wild, yo.
Why? Yeah. Why? Explain it.
Why brain?
I said rain.
I
Not
thought you
brain.
said brain.
No.
Brain.
No. I thought you was laughing at him because he
Brain?
said me.
Me, brain, and sauce together is very, very. Let's go to another word.
Okay.
Black.
Panther.
Lives.
People.
Oh, that was really cute.
Yeah, you brought up the imaginary character.
What? But he did something for black people. We're all on the same page.
Yeah, everybody thinking about because social media. That has a lot of influence on what we're saying.
Did you see Social Dilemma?
Social media.
No.
I said social media.
The book. No, I'm sorry. The
Oh, did I
movie.
see social
Yes.
dilemma? No, I was looking for it all night last night. I was looking up documentaries on Netflix. I couldn't find it.
For real? Well, you should have told me. I would have sent you a link.
It was. Did you
Very
see
good,
it?
yes.
I ended up going to
so
sleep.
good.
Very good.
I
You
know
have.
what I
You
ended up
would.
doing.
You would like it.
We'll talk about the next podcast. You should really watch it because I really would love to have a conversation about
Yeah,
it.
me
You
too.
being a
Just
conspiracy
call
theorist, you love
You would love it.
You
You
would. Love
mentioned it. What's it about?
It's about what these people who help create these major social media platforms like Google, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, like they've helped create these platforms and they understood and they created it with the like knowing how it was going to affect
niggas.
See?
I already did research about it before even watching that joint. The original owners of was it Facebook or Instagram?
There wasn't necessarily owners, but they had like they
Whatever.
played big
They
roles
knew-
in them.
They
Yeah,
knew what was going down, and they stepped down
Because
they knew
that's exactly what it is.
how sick. I didn't see this documentary,
That's
but I
very
have
true, yeah.
research. They knew how sick it. The people who developed these platforms, how they hired psychologists and
Ooh,
psychiatrists.
okay. So let's get into it. Boom. First off, I just want to talk about one point in the whole
Oh, this is
thing.
a spoiler. Spoiler.
If you ain't watching, that's your issue. Listen, they talk about how there needs to be laws around
Regulating.
regulating what social media what's the word I'm looking for?
Ramifications of social media.
Right. That's a good.
No, it's not even the ramifications. It's about how social media dictates life.
The algorithms.
The algorithm.
But there's
There
still
needs
the ramification.
There needs to be a law on the algorithms that regulate how these algorithms affect
yeah.
life. I disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree.
There should be no cap.
Huh? No, I think at the end of the day, because it's a slippery slope if you do that. Because now you're saying that you don't have control of your actions.
No, not if I'm being
because
programmed.
I don't want to.
No, not if I'm being programmed into that direction.
You're so you are
So the whole
you
algorithm,
are admitting,
at the top, like the whole algorithm is so that you can literally stay on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
So there.
Yes, I agree. I agree with that. Like I agree with the premise of how social media has brainwashed us to us in a sense
causing
of
sleep apnea and all types of.
I totally understand that, but when you say as soon as you make law that says we are holding Facebook accountable
due to these things,
then you're giving up your self control. Because now you're saying that's to be. Maybe I'm wrong in thinking this, but that's you saying that I have no control over my thoughts or my actions because I am dictating only what Facebook tells me to do.
so that means a person who likes to have sex with kids can post something on, based off of what you're saying. A person who likes to have sex with kids should be able to post freely on these platforms.
You can if you want. I mean, that's weird. But what becomes the problem is when they say Facebook's told me to do it. Because that's what I got. And maybe I misread or misunderstood the documentary. But what these people were saying was like Facebook, like social media is controlling what we think and how we act, and there should be regulation against that. And when you make regulation against that, then that's saying that you have no free will.
But okay, to play devil's advocate, isn't there regulation on alcohol? Because we don't have the conscience to keep, stop drinking.
Ooh, that's a good one.
You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm in my bag. Sorry. So they regulate our alcohol.
But what are they regulating about alcohol though?
How much you can take.
How much you can drink when it's like anybody can be drunk. I could be drunk.
So why can't they regulate like social media?
Because I think that like for me that's mental. And I'm not saying mental health is not real or not important.
You've been saying that for the past 2 episodes.
Because I don't want nobody to think that I'm like a jerk about mental health. I am not. I believe in.
And then when you say but.
No, I'm not going to. I know, I got to stop saying
It's going to basically say.
It's no buts in this. I believe in people like mentally having issues. And that is a real thing. No buts here. I'm saying when you regulate, if you try to regulate, if you tell Facebook, this man murdered somebody because you put this in front of their face, how is that Facebook's fault?
Because, can I say this? Let me give you an example. You ever saw the movie Tales from the Hood? No. You ever saw the movie Street Fighters with Zangief?
Oh yeah.
Well, remember when they put the that those goggles over his eyes and it was like all, and Blanca.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Blanca. Put the goggles over Blanca, and if you know anything about Blanca, he's just brute strength and like he's a monster. Mm-hmm. That movie said they made him that way because they put these goggles over his eyes that displayed these violent imageries from like different points in history, like Holocaust and all these world wars and everything over and over. Like that's essentially what social media is. If you listen. If you think about the casual fights that get repeated, you know how many times you can end up watching a fight without even realizing it, or something like graphic. Even if you don't agree, even if you don't subscribe to it, it's something that you just watching over, you laughing over and over, or you're sad over and over. this does something not to your conscious mind, but to your subconscious.
No, I agree.
They were saying that like the human brain doesn't is not able to pick like the viewings over and over to understand that you shouldn't do it.
Wow.
So this is what I would fear, just as a human, let alone an American or any citizen in a country who decides to regulate these kind of things. Like, I don't know if China does this or whatever, but check it, right? I go on Twitter a lot. Love Twitter, right? And recently, I saw something. Sometimes Twitter could be overwhelming, especially like in the wake of like all of the social injustice and stuff like that. I know that I can turn it. I can swipe up on my phone and go to a different app, right? Granted, I know how addictive and how hard that is to do. But when a person says, I have no control over how much I'm on social media, and that our government needs to regulate what they put on my social media to make me less addictive, you are giving up your control.
Yeah, but they're not saying regulate to like be on and off. They're talking about the whole like advertisement sense of it. Like they like the whole reason why Facebook is because they have advertisement. You know what I mean? And the whole point is to keep somebody on their phone for advertisement.
Advertising is the effect of what all the things that they build into the into the social media.
So if there was no, if there was no advertisement, do you feel that Facebook would be where it's at right now?
Of course not. No, it's that's how you monetize your social media platform. What they was getting at though was like, for example, the like button. How many likes you get is a big reason why you stay on social media. You're right. It's a mental thing.
Melatonin. What's it? Serotonin. What's it? It gives off some type of high. Endorphin. That is to almost the same level as drugs. Crack.
So if they say, imagine the government telling the creators of Instagram, take off likes or you will be fined, because our American citizens find it detrimental to their life. You are giving up control over your life.
Listen, just because it feels good doesn't mean it is.
That's not my argument. That is not my argument at all.
You're saying I should be able to have the liberty to
do whatever you want.
Do whatever I want on.
That's part of what I'm saying.
Never good in any situation.
What do you mean?
To do whatever you want. Whatever you want. I bet you it's going to get real once I ask specific things. Then you're going to say, no, not that, not this.
There's no black and white answer. There's no black and white answer to this. So my thing is,
pedophilia.
When you tell, if the government regulates social media to take away certain features of their app because it is keeping American viewers on it for a certain amount of time and is forcing them or subconsciously making them do things, you are telling these people that humans have no control over it.
They said the human mind is not that strong.
I get that the human mind is not that strong, but when you say it and put it into law, that is different.
I think that you're misunderstanding that people do have an addiction to these things, and that's for a reason. That everybody don't have the same level of self-control that you do. It's no different than when McDonald's had to cut back on the supersize. It wasn't so much that people didn't know how to, but it was that people, they had access to it, and they went overboard with it. And it led to obesity and heart problems and everything else.
And we're fine without the supersize.
Yeah, we are. You're right.
Yeah,
but
I disagree. Fine without it.
And first off, they didn't get rid of the supersize. What they did is they got rid of the name of the supersize.
It's smaller, though.
It's smaller.
It is not.
Look at the fries. Look at
that
the cup.
junk used to be almost the length of my forearm. Back in the day, it was
that must be
recent.
Like
you gotta see
must be
it.
recent.
If you look at
because
before and after,
because Burger King got rid of the king size too.
They did.
And but they just made the large, the king size, the medium, the large, and the small, the medium.
Back in the day,
and then the small was the value.
Was like this, Greg.
the supersized cups used to be fat. I remember I used to put
It
change
used
in
to
them.
be stupid.
said
It was crazy.
1,300 mil. Like that's how much you can fit in there.
Wow.
And that's, I mean, it's not that.
It used to be
like
stupid
large.
big. I remember that junk almost being like a 2-liter soda or
Yeah,
something
basically
like
it
that.
was. Yeah,
Or like a movie cup.
yeah.
So why
Like
they take out the
this
movies yet?
type of thing.
I mean, I guess
You're not
the
gonna
movies
go
is
to the
not,
movies
Yeah,
as
people
much.
aren't going to the movies to go
You
get
got
a drink.
families,
love
like you go, but people go more susceptible to go to McDonald's than the movie. Like it's more casual.
Oh, wait. Just to go back.
Yeah, I was about to.
I agree. I agree. Wait, no, I don't agree with them taking away. I don't agree with government law taking away businesses. Business like that. That just doesn't.
That already happens though. Even the algorithms, as far as seeing
Monetize.
small business versus seeing big business, you'll see a Walmart ad before you see a mom and pop store. So they already dictated now.
It's already dictation. Like all through the social media. Like you can't post anything. You can't say anything. You can say a lot of things, but you can't without some type of ramification.
Yeah, that is the purpose of freedom of speech. You can literally do and say anything you want. What you do and say has repercussions to it.
That's no different from them.
But not by the government.
But it's not that they're gonna take away likes or it's more about them taking away the things that somebody could send to you that could be true or untrue, and it could dictate the outcomes of.
No, y'all talking about the second level of the whole of the documentary. At that first level, just features in the I remember one of the dudes saying about email, like no, not even, forget the email, the hearts on Facebook. When they added the hearts, they understood what that would do to somebody as far as like keeping them on the app, right? Mm-hmm. So and like I said, I could be misinterpreting what he was saying, but they were saying government needs to step in to force social media companies or just tech companies to stop creating these kind of these features in these apps that keeps people on them, that leads to them watching like these marketing campaigns and stuff like that. I don't agree with that at all.
What about the child whose mind is constantly developing? You speaking from the perspective of a man whose mind is done developing. You're setting your ways.
Okay.
What about a child who has just as much access or accessibility to Instagram or Facebook as you, as a grown man who's done with the development of the neurons in his brain, and a child who is hit puberty and they just learning about sexual experiences and what all the things that come along with being a teenager.
Yeah.
How is that conducive to the development of their mind?
That's not for the social media company to dictate though.
But wouldn't it be conducive to the overall well-being of the consumer?
Then get rid of social media altogether.
To put limitations?
Why put limitations on a feature of an app?
Because
There's limitations already on social media right now.
What?
There are people who believe that just as there's a right for someone to be homosexual, there's a right for them to be a pedophile.
Yes.
And they had and based off American rights, they have the right to feel that way.
Yes, they do.
So imagine if those people, the scary part about what you're saying, if there's no filter, just imagine.
I didn't say no, that's not what I said. Did not say that it shouldn't be a filter. I said government should not regulate, should not put into law on certain features.
That's a filter.
No, a filter would be like telling Instagram take off your likes, or telling Twitter make sure nobody can retweet anything,
or that you can't put up this specific type of video without it being taken down. That's a filter.
No, but that filter doesn't exist, because if you want to put up let's say you put up porn on Twitter, It's a filter that says that this is sensitive material. You can view it or not.
No.
No, that's not true. They don't go that. No.
If in your settings on Twitter, if you have your settings set to a certain way, if somebody
you cannot put an all right out joint on Instagram. You cannot put not on Instagram. No, you cannot.
Thank you.
You can put an all out joint on Instagram.
Well, the thing is that you're not. It's supposed to be certain companies that can and cannot. So let's say if it's a sex worker, they got an OnlyFans. They probably won't be able to get away with it. But let's say Pornhub or Playboy was to do it, then they might be able to slide with it. But I digress.
I don't know. I've seen multiple times where naked stuff has been literally taken down. Forget the whole viewer's discretion is advised thing. It's literally been removed for various reasons.
Porn, murder, all of that junk can be posted to social media.
But the thing about it is, if it's that who gets access to that and how often they get access to that.
And Gillz, I'm not. I think I don't understand that. I do.
I'm not saying you don't.
Oh, good, because I get it. But I think one that falls on going to the whole young and developing minds joint. Like, this may sound so old fashioned, but that to me that's a parent thing. That has to fall on the
everything is a parent thing, but until
there's so many more variables than parents raising your kids, because you give your kids iPads, cell phones, all these electronics with internet access.
You're right. Ava has her own iPad and she's on the Disney Plus app, right? She can easily go onto my profile instead of hers and watch The Simpsons. But do I monitor? Yes, it happened today. She went on my profile and clicked on The Simpsons. I'm not letting my daughter watch The Simpsons. She's 2. No.
So what do you do when she's 17? You're gonna continue to monitor her in that way
as best as you can. I'm not saying, like I said, there's no perfect science.
Yeah, it's always as best, and that's what it is.
But why? But why does that fall on the shoulders of Mark Zuckerberg?
Because it's designed for people to continuously come back to this app.
And you're paying millions of dollars, might I add, to specifically.
So as a businessman, you're not trying to make money?
Yeah, I'm trying to make money. But on the contrary, what you're saying is two different. Is totally different from what the people who own these platforms. The people who own these platforms are saying, yes, I understand what this will do and I want to do it. You're saying...
I'm saying the same thing.
No, it sounds... What I thought you were saying was it's up to a parent. It's up to a parent to monetize the child's social media to make sure that they don't...
No. Like, I think you said developing minds. So when I think of development minds, I'm thinking like 7 to preteen, or even earlier, or even let's say a junior in high school, right?
19, your mind still 20, your mind still developing.
Cool. I think on some levels, not on every level, on some levels, you can as a parent look at your kid's social media and be like, you probably shouldn't be doing this. What I'm getting at. Because I'm for a businessman trying to make all the money they possibly can.
At all states.
So you're saying that it's the drug user's fault, not the drug dealer?
Yes.
Okay, that's your statement.
Yes. And I think when you say that, you're misunderstanding addiction. Because addiction goes beyond just, I choose to do this, and some people cannot let it go. They can't.
It's a mental thing. Yeah. Like for some people, when you talk about people with mental conditions, if a person is... Let's say, just for example, suicidal, they're more susceptible to doing more like random, spontaneous,
reckless things.
Reckless, addictive things may not be conducive to their well-being.
No, I get that.
What you're saying is, forget that. It's about the guy who is making bread. I'm all for them making bread, even if it means millions of people will fall through the cracks.
Cause my thing is, you can't please everybody, and I think it's just fact. Like, you just can't. I do understand the concept of addiction. Yes. If if somebody's addicted to heroin, they're gonna go and do whatever they can to get the heroin that they want. And me personally, and I may be in the minority here, I don't fault the drug dealer for dealing the heroin. Like, he's trying to make a buck.
You know, I honestly look. I never disagreed with the whole concept of selling illegal contraband. I never disagree with that. Like you said, like, but I feel like social media is way more broader than someone taking a pill.
But think about how you just said the word broader. It's like so many people are on it. Like,
broad.
Like, because okay, so you mean to tell me?
It's like every social media is intertwined in every single thing we can.
But so you mean to tell me because, and this is going to be very contradicting on my part, because I do feel a certain way about, like, if it offends one person, then you should change it. But in this case, I just don't feel that way about social media. You mean to tell me if 1 million people feel like social media, because of some of the features on social media, is detrimental to their lives, that they should be responsible enough, they should be required to change it for everyone, even though some other people may like those features?
I'm sorry.
It's think about it less of liking a feature versus they're selling you something that's designed to make you do something, to control you. So let's say if it was Tylenol, and Tylenol putting out their bottles, and they found out in the Tylenol it's something in that that's gonna make you, whatever.
Keep buying.
Yeah. Would you have to regulate that for Tylenol? Should Tylenol stop that and go, hey, we need to rethink this, or is it okay to just sell?
That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, let's say with the social media, if the effect is that people are gonna continue to be addicted to it, if it's gonna make people continue to do things or to think things or be compulsive to buy things or cause sleep apnea or depression. If all of these things are a result of social media and it's continuously designed, the algorithm
for certain people,
for enough people, like you just said, if it's just one person and it offends them or affects them, you could understand.
I already said that I was contradicting myself on that.
So to contradict yourself on that, I'd ask why. Because,
prime example with the Redskins, right? To me, that's more of a civil matter, in the sense of, like, there's a group of people who have been dehumanized, and you are continuously making billions of dollars off of a very offensive name. So that needs to be changed. And this matter with social media, and once again, I'm only arguing features, not ads, not marketing. I'm arguing features. Government putting regulation on certain features so that it is less addicting, so people are not on their app as long as they are. I'm saying because whatever feature that they may put on their app is harmful to a certain number of people, but another certain number of people likes those features, why should the government step in and say you need to remove those?
Can I answer that?
School. Go ahead. Your turn, G.
Remember years ago when Brennan and I would randomly have these conversations or predictions about how the future of phones is going to be on the glasses? Mm-hmm. Can you imagine a world where...
In a world.
It's so funny because you guys talk about social media on Instagram.
Imagine a world where there's no filter on social media, right?
Oh, I'm ugly.
Look, no filter on social media.
I'm sorry, not to interrupt, but what do you consider a filter?
I'm thinking like the face filter.
There's nothing that you can't post on social media without
there's no
there being some type of ramifications.
Okay. That's how it is now.
But there's ramifications. People lose pages every day. People get locked out of their pages.
Okay.
Boosie.
Show me your pussy for $1,000. Show me your pussy for $1,000.
Did you like practice that?
He did.
Oh, he doesn't.
In the mirror.
Oh, it doesn't come
He wakes up.
naturally.
He watches it. He looks at it. Let me try it. Okay.
No. How he means that when he says that. Show me your pussy for $1,000.
You realize you're saying the same exact way every time.
Yo, Boosie mean that when
Show me.
Yo, let me finish what I'm saying, yo. Imagine a world where you don't need to pick up your phone, but your phone is on you. So you are completely submerged into the visual effect of your phone all day, all night.
Okay.
Like, she's looking at her screen, and you can, when you go to sleep, you can open your eyes and your phone. This is the future. It don't seem like it right now.
It is right now. As soon as I wake up, I pick up my phone.
Yeah, but now it's going to be a step up from that. It's going to be on your face, then in your eyes. Yo, this is real. This is real shit, yo. Cause I know you a tech nigga. I know, but I be looking up different type of tech shit. Like when I'm sorry. Contrary to you, I be like looking for like the future, like way further than what people feel like is the norm. Like so I don't even be knowing what's gonna come in the next 2 years. The things that I be looking at is like 20 years where Apple is directing their products to. That glasses thing with Qualcomm, what's it called? Qualcomm? That is the future. And they are past glasses, just like in real life when people have glasses, the next thing they want is contacts. They want you to be viewing your phone or social media and anything pertaining to whatever carrier you have, even past how much we are on our phones right now. Like, you waking up, it's right there. Access to it. You go to sleep, wake up, take a little nap, it's right there. Ultimately preventing people to sleep. Keeping people up as much as possible. They don't give a damn if you can't get no sleep because you're getting so much attention. They don't care about that.
Why should they?
And that's the reason why a bunch of people who at these social media platforms left, because they believe when you taking millions and billions of dollars and investing it in psychologists and people who know all types of brain tricks to manipulate your brain to do what it is they want. That gets sick.
Like, your manipulation may not be the likes, but it's something else.
I'm not. Y'all think I'm disagreeing
No,
with it?
okay. We know you're not, but you're playing highly key devil's advocate.
No, there's no devil advocate in this at all.
I
believe that they should do whatever they want to keep people on their app.
In all fairness, it makes good dialogue for the podcast. Like, everybody, like, we talking. Greg is like saying like yo, like, I don't agree. Anything should have limitations.
It's just wild to, like, going back to my original point. Do you believe, as a human, you are incapable of making your own decisions?
Sometimes.
Yeah, there are definitely reasons why, like, you choose certain type of answer.
So you can make your own decision.
If I want to stop drinking, done.
How you
that
know?
Cup there is
because you put the cup down, right?
I don't want to drink anymore. I'm not thirsty.
That was your regulation. You put it up.
You're not drinking that because of thirst, Greg.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But I'm saying I'm not going to drink it. I don't want to drink it no more because I'm not going to drink it.
That's not the same thing.
How is it not used?
Because you had already just drunk it and put
you
it down and
feeling
said,
it already.
I'm done. I
Like,
don't want to drink.
You
That's not.
already reaped the benefits of the drinking.
Y'all thinking about it way too
I don't want it anymore. I'm already tipsy. Like,
Y'all thinking about it way
Who needs another drink? I'm fine. I don't need another drink.
I'm
my
saying,
voice is already slurred. I'm like, hell, like,
I don't like that picture no more. Let me take it down.
But it's already been up there.
So, I can take it down whenever I want.
That doesn't mean that you can live without it. You've already had it. You've had the value of it, so you can get rid of it now.
I can't live without it.
But you've already had it. Is what I'm saying.
you experienced.
Yes, you've experienced it.
Oh, I never thought of it like that.
I don't understand
So
what you're saying.
So I think they're saying is that because it's already out there and people are already used to it and feeling good about it, if they take it away, it's more impacting. Does that make sense?
Right.
Now that it's already out there.
Am I
And you
saying
know
it
what
right?
it's
Yeah,
like.
I just don't understand what y'all saying.
I put it like this: the Super Size Me when I first found out that was gone, I can remember that feeling like, oh, I can't have a Super Size Me anymore. Are you serious? And I challenged. I can remember being a kid going to McDonald's and really seeing if the Super Size Me is gone and that junk was really gone. Like, but you adjusted. Like it wouldn't be that bad
really
if
trying
there
to
were like
understand
way
what
more.
you're saying.
I think it seems like it's a freedom thing for you. And it's no different
all-
than...
it's
You
all
don't
it
want to
is.
be told when they said everything is shut down for COVID.
I hated that.
I was
you
just
felt-
about to go there.
You felt something.
Oh, I totally.
So you don't
I
really-
get for the
So-
safety of everyone. Yes.
So you mean that because things are shut down and you're so used to having them, you really want that thing back?
I need it just in case I might need it.
It's not bad. It's not. I mean, it's a pandemic. They're not shutting down because they don't like you. They shut these stores down and everything closed down because there's a reason. And you were upset with that?
No,
What did you mean when you said you needed it back?
I didn't. What?
You
I'm
just need
confused.
to be able
Hold
to
on.
do it if you want to,
Yes.
even if you don't want to do
If
it.
we're in the land of the freedoms.
But
But
you
you
already
were-
know that there's mad things that display that you're not as free.
Y'all
as
making
you
me sound
think.
Republican. I don't like this.
All I'm saying is,
confused now.
all I'm saying is that you
Would you
felt some kind of way because
No,
you
I
had
just
access to
don't know where
something.
this conversation
They
is
took it
going.
away, and now you feel like you need it back. Do you think there's an addiction to the freedom? Or the,
Of course, there's a. I think everybody should be addicted to freedom. Like everybody should be addicted to freedom.
not R. Kelly.
Make a transition.
And not Tory Lanez. Anybody listen to the album?
Oh,
I
that was
didn't.
a good ass transition.
Don't do that to me.
Yeah.
Why you do that to me?
Megan Tory.
Oh,
Hey.
did you listen to it?
I didn't touch it. Not
I
at
think
all.
all
didn't
y'all.
know it.
I know I listened to that song.
Boo!
What did he? I heard like it's good.
He's basically
Saying that he didn't do
that-
it.
But he not snitching on who did do it. But he basically letting fans know that he didn't do it. But somebody did do it.
But that's...
And you know
Who
I
did
didn't do
it?
Now, who was in the car? It was Meg, Tory, the
I
bodyguard.
think it's somebody
and
there
the
that nobody's mentioning.
Jamal said that it was Kylie.
I can believe it.
That's what Maul keeps saying.
I could believe. I could believe it's
Now
some. To me, it's either Tory Lane's boy, somebody that he's protecting.
It would have to be only him.
Cause I could believe him not shooting her. I'm sorry, I just
Wait,
do.
what? You just all you.
No, because it's
Ben
like
said that I don't think he shot her. I've been said.
I'm sorry, he got way too much to lose to shoot Meg Thee Stallion. I believe it could have been. I think somebody else was in that car that nobody is saying.
Well, I've heard...
But why would Meg not say it? How would she benefit from
It's
that?
a snitching
Yeah.
type of thing.
That's not...
Somebody's.
But she
listen,
literally said, Tory Lane shot me. Nigga, you shot me. So why would she say that if it was
But she
somebody
didn't
else?
bring it to the cops. Because in the song, he was like, if I did it, when the cops showed up, you'd have said I did it right there.
She said she didn't tell the cops because of Black Lives Matter.
Because she was scared.
And he was saying, like, no, in the song, he said, basically, like, think about it. If somebody shoot you and the cops pull up,
I am telling. I
And the
don't
cops
care
pull
who
up.
you are.
you just gonna be like, Black Lives Matter, I'm not gonna tell my brethren.
no,
It
I'm
wasn't-
good. That nigga shot
He
me.
shot
It wasn't.
me.
It was that they had a gun in the car, and that if you're in that neighborhood where they were at, the cops are gonna come up there, and if you walking around like, oh, such and such got a gun, you don't know what's gonna happen. So in the
Everybody
interest of
could've went
everybody's well-being at the time,
She didn't say that.
somebody
That's
who
good.
just got shot. I mean,
Cool story.
I'm with you.
Yeah, right.
I can't believe that he got way too much to lose to shoot that girl.
Everybody,
lost it,
yeah,
so
everybody
at
who
this point,
got-
he might as well just say what it is.
He didn't lose it. Yo, social media is so funny. Like
Okay, we go
they
back.
they flip. They flip. Like 1 minute they against you. 1 minute I was looking. At
He has a
social
group
media
of people that believe
against
him.
you.
He had a
And
group
then
of people
now
believe him
if
for
you look-
anything he got
If you
said.
look at the current status of the way social media, it's like a completely 360. Everybody's like, "Yo, I was thinking the same thing. He didn't shoot her." Like.
But why? So let me ask you this: why, when she gets shot, there's a gun in the car, there's arrest. You know something happened. Why is the question? Did Tory do it? But nobody asks. What's the other side of the story when Pop Smoke got shot or anybody else? How come Tory gets the benefit of that?
What do you mean?
That we look at this and we go, all right, maybe there's another side to the story. But there's no other side to the story if it's anybody else. Anybody else gets shot, we never do that.
But there is another side to the story of the Pop Smoke murder. Nobody just talks about it.
Well, what's the other side?
He got killed by somebody he bullied early in his years, like early in his life.
I
he
said
did?
that same thing.
Yeah.
Bullied?
I never heard that.
No, he was bullied and he retaliated.
Yeah.
And this is just me. This is just
Pop
me
Smoke was
being
bullied?
Yeah.
Pop Smoke. Some bloods in the neighborhood approached a young Pop Smoke, like a little child, 13-year-old Pop Smoke, and had him throw up his set that he was banging, that he banged, and they took his beads and threw them on the floor. Now, to somebody who's a gang member, that's supposed to be grounds to like end that person's life or fight them or do something.
So wait, Pop
Smoke
Smoke got his beats thrown on the floor.
his beads thrown and stomped on the floor, and they did the Chappelle.
What? Like in the back of their head?
Smacked him in the face.
Oh, I thought it was like a, you know.
And
I thought it was a real
he didn't. So he didn't do nothing.
What is that?
And then
Oh,
now
like that.
Pop Smoke years later is older, got a reputation, and
People
to me
love to
it looked
woo.
like he had something to prove based off of that video. And he caught the same dude
Who?
who smacked him in like a gas station store, and they beat the dude down to like a pulp, like inside that store, like had him like pulling him all over across the chips and everything, all the stores, everything falling over him, and I felt like that was him being killed was a retaliation to that video of him being humiliating the opposition.
I thought it was a robbery. Oh,
That's
they
what I
want
thought
you to
it
think.
was.
I don't know, but I did hear that the call that was made was by somebody from Brooklyn, even though the LAPD got the call.
That's really long-winded.
Really?
I really like that album.
But the Pop
Tory?
Smoke?
Yes.
Oh.
You said Tory Lanez?
I
No,
thought
I
this
don't.
was-
I don't support Matt.
That's what
Lanez.
That's
I'm
what
not
stands
listening
the
to
test
no
of
Don't
two.
do that
Fuck
sick
Tory
joke.
Lanez.
I'm gonna leave that joke out.
That Pop Smoke
Yes.
joint is going.
But what do you mean by like there's a bit of, I still don't understand what you were trying to get at.
It's just that, I mean, you know something happened. You know she got shot. It's there. That happened. Unless Tory Lanez
Yes,
is
prayers up for Meg for being shot. Black woman being shot is not cool by
At all.
anybody.
Okay.
unless Tory Lanez is gonna come out there and go, I didn't do this. This is a complete lie. I wasn't even there. Or he was gonna go, she was about to shoot me, so I shot her. Other than that, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Ain't no reason for him to shoot that.
Okay, so y'all could sit here and claim that there's different situations, like circumstances don't dictate situations. We're talking about high profile celebrities, right? And this situation happens. Do you think? Let's just change the characters. Let's put let's say who's in the same caliber. Let's say it's Cardi, Quavo, and their friends. Cardi gets shot. You don't think the situation is playing the same way? Where nobody's talking until
I get what you're saying, but I mean, I think it's no different than like what Mo was saying when he said, "What if Kylie got shot? How would people take that?" I don't think anybody would have said, "Oh."
I don't think we would even known she got shot.
If
we
these
would've
were
known.
all white
We would've
people,
known.
if these were all white people, this would be an open and shut.
It would be no
Agree.
problem. That wouldn't be.
I
It
agree.
wouldn't be a second. It wouldn't be anything. If it's Justin Bieber and
Every
Kylie,
name
whatever.
involved every name that was there would have been said. We would know all parties
right away
who was involved. But as I'm saying, this has a lot to do with the snitching.
I think everybody is protecting someone.
But that's not. It's not snitching because it wasn't like there was some street shit going on between them. This is somebody who, at the time, she said what she said. But even afterward, they showed the text message with Tory apologized and said, "Hey, I was drunk." So it's like you're guilty of doing this. We
never
know
really believe text messages. I'm sorry.
No, but if you say that can be taken out of context. If you say I'm sorry, he didn't say I'm sorry for shooting you in your foot.
Then what would he be sorry for?
You don't know.
He could. I'm telling you, he had a friend in the car. I'm telling you.
I think if there was a friend in the car, Meg would have said the friend.
No,
she. I was gonna say if it was somebody else. If it was somebody else,
that's her friend. They're saying that the friend.
It was a friend of hers and security guards who I heard.
Yeah, I think somebody else was there.
One of the two things happened. Megan turned around and saw that Tory Lanez had that gun, or somebody else had that gun. It's only either she saw who the hell had that gun and shot her, or she didn't, and she saw somebody else, and this is the story that she's running with.
Well, then why would Tory have gone and gotten arrested for having a gun charge? Then? Who would he be taken up for? If anything, if I'm his man, I'm his bodyguard, and I did it, I'd take it. Tory got arrested that night for the gun charge. You got to go back to court next month.
Because it could have been. They could be. Can I lay out a scenario to you? And it just came to my head.
I already know what you gonna say.
Yeah, right?
What if now let's say there wasn't another person. There was not another person in the car. And Tory Guns did have a gun. He had a gun. Tory Guns. Tory Lanez did have a gun in the car. And he was like showing it off. Mm-hmm. And what if Meg was like, "Let me see," and he was like, "No," and they playing, fussing around, and it goes off.
No, that's not real.
I don't know. What's the difference?
The difference is he didn't shoot her.
He did. If it was his gun and whatever.
No, if
she
they're
shot herself.
That's not possible.
No.
Why is it possible?
It is possible, but not based on the
it's
context.
highly unlikely.
Things is possible. We only know what has been presented to us. So anything, literally, it could be so many different types of ways to slice this, and we're not even including or considering these different types of ways because we only going off of the information that was given to us.
So why is it that, but you could tell me exactly what happened with Pop Smoke?
Because I saw a video. With this Megan thing, look. With the Megan thing, I'm literally only going off of reading comments on social media, something that Megan said and something that Tory said in a song. With the Pop Smoke thing, before Pop Smoke was Pop Smoke, I witnessed a little kid.
That video is how many years old?
Right, but still, the get back is real. If you're talking about rival gang, it doesn't matter how old this shit is. It's gonna be some type of reply to whatever. If you're talking about oppositions, like people who like rivals in gangs, somebody do something. There's definitely gonna be something that's gonna happen. Something happened from Pop Smoke getting bullied or whatever you want to say by my man. And something happened from Pop Smoke retaliating to something happening from when he was bullied or whatever you want to say.
Hey, Gillz, what are you getting at though?
I'm saying this. I'm saying that I think that the facts that we have as far as they've landed, they present themselves. And I think that even in Tory Lanez's silence and the time that he chose to speak out was when he was trying to sell you something again, when he wanted to go back to his career, it says a lot. It speaks volumes to me. If somebody said that I shot them, you won't have to wait months to hear that I didn't do it. You won't have to wait months to hear a defense from me. And if you hear a defense from me, I'm not going to tell you go check it out at 12 o'clock on Tidal. That's not the way I'm going to operate my business. If I'm innocent of a crime, I'm not going to sell that shit back to your music. That's all I'm saying. It seems stupid.
Stupid? I wouldn't say stupid.
Well, I think that we live in a time where it seems like anybody's willing to do anything. Niggas will beat their mother for a record deal nowadays.
Yeah, give me that bag. Sorry.
What's wrong with somebody
I'm
literally?
just kidding. I would never hit anybody for the bag.
What's wrong with somebody saying, "I'm gonna tell my story in a song form"? I know people listen. That's the most time people don't listen to Tory Lanez like they do when they listen to a song.
Nah, I feel like if he would
Megan
have
didn't
gone
have to put out a
live,
song.
people would have tuned in.
Megan didn't have to put out a song. She said her side of the story. It didn't come with her selling nothing.
Megan, Jay-Z, anybody.
With
If
this
I
case-
put it in a song,
With this case, Tory Lanez could have absolutely went on He could have went on CNN. He could have been on 2020. He could have done anything.
but he didn't. But that makes it that means that what he's saying is not true.
What I'm saying is that if I'm trying to get this out, I'm not. It doesn't have to be when I sell you something. I want you to listen to my song.
But you don't know. But you don't know what was happening behind the scenes.
All I'm saying is it wouldn't take long for me to tell you what happened if
Why it takes so long for Megan to come out and say he shot her?
Because, like she said, she just got shot and it's traumatized. This is the victim here.
And he just got accused of shooting somebody. It's traumatizing.
But he didn't get shot.
But he was accused of shooting someone.
But he didn't get shot, so what stopped him?
Because he got accused of shooting someone.
Trauma
Trauma is trauma. Is it not?
Man.
Oh!
Wait,
Sorry.
what? The trauma getting shot versus somebody accusing me of doing something is very different.
Sin is a sin. Trauma is trauma.
So you saying that Megan's lying?
No, if you can sit here and argue that on social media that because some people are get addicted to a feature that everybody else needs to suffer for those people.
Do you guys name your
trauma
episodes?
is trauma.
Y'all got to name this on social media.
Trauma. Don't try to go away from the trauma is trauma. No, how can you sit here and say that Meg's trauma is more severe than his trauma being accused?
One of them had a bullet and one didn't.
One maybe Tory Lanez have mental issues where he didn't know how to process that.
Good thing he didn't get shot. Because I'd rather not get shot.
Nah, Gillz, now you being contradicted.
I am comparing. Getting shot is worse.
Trash.
Yeah.
That is trash.
Oh, garbage man. I don't care. Getting shot is worse. I don't give a fuck. Can I curse on you?
How long does that last?
I didn't know. Maybe Miss Vicky.
How long does it? Now she never even had a bullet inside of her foot. Let's be clear about that.
What?
She never had a bullet inside of her foot.
From what I heard, it was just fracking like
Yeah,
ricochet hit her.
it's still
And
getting shot.
what I'm saying, you comparing like the after effect of what something could do to somebody mentally from being accused of something that they didn't do versus the trauma of a gunshot. Not even a gunshot. The fragments of a gunshot. In all fairness, I wouldn't want any. But on the contrary, I would think if I was accused of something that I wasn't, that I actually didn't do on social media, and millions upon millions of people are saying I did something that I didn't do, I don't know if I'd be so easily to say like automatically a gun, even if the bullet is in the foot, which one was worse? Like automatically the bullet in the. We talking about, yo. It's not just as simple as. It's not just listen, Gillz. It's not just as simple as if one person blame you for something that you didn't do.
Versus
one
millions.
person
Versus millions.
versus millions of people, millions and millions of people saying, "Yo, you did this," and you're like, "Yo, you wasn't even there."
You could take away that aspect of it because he still has to go to court. That's still a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's still a legal litigation that has to be going on. So regardless of what social media is saying, there's still going to be something that has to happen.
Yeah, they're not going. I don't think they're going to trial.
No, he's got the charge. He has to go to court.
He has a gun charge.
No, the gun charge is on him. He has to deal with that. But as
he
far
doesn't
as
have a charge for shooting her.
yeah, assault is not. Yeah, that's not the thing. But the gun charge is on him.
Yeah, of course he has to go to court for a gun charge. He has a gun.
It's a misdemeanor or something.
Yeah. Like that's anybody would have to go to court for a gun charge.
Yeah, no, that's all I'm saying is that he does have to go to court.
Oh, I'm just saying, we live in a time. This whole thing is this should be called social media. We live in a time on social media
trash.
where,
Social media.
The title.
I was just joking for the record.
It should be
these
like,
conversations, these episodes are titled like Convo 5.
We on 5?
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, the new feature.
I feel like I'm gonna like really engage and listen to the playback of the podcast when we get a balance on the audio, cause it's like really bothersome. It's been
How you gonna say that? How you gonna say that?
Yeah.
your audio is it be sounding like
Right now it's balanced. The way I'm looking at the waveforms.
Right,
It's like-
today we better.
Yeah,
But-
because it sounds like you're shouting and we're like in the back.
That, but and that's
like
and
you're
that,
talking
no,
about-
look, I know
Are you the
that's
Beyonce
not,
of this
that's
group?
not your fault. That's me. You know, like speaking away from the mic, doing like. But now I'm more conscious of it, and this is how we're gonna do it.
We should get lanyards.
From here on out.
lavalier mics.
What's that?
What's that?
The mics that you put on your shirt. Like,
Oh, we
Hate
should.
them.
No.
Would that be better?
Those things are annoying.
no.
You think so? Oh,
I never
like
like,
you're a
like we did
t-shirt
screen
raffle.
productions. I hate using them.
Yo, when niggas try to do that junk on a battle rap stage, yo,
They was using them?
Yeah, I don't.
That's funny.
no, they still till today they do, right?
Yeah, or they might have the overhead sometimes.
Oh
Bring
yeah,
out
yeah,
a
yeah,
two.
yeah. It's kind of
I
crazy.
don't think I would like battle rap.
Y'all
I
hear
never
me?
listened to it.
Y'all good? Y'all hear me?
It's not
I
for
hate,
me.
and then they be moving
It's
around. I
like-
don't like that.
Wait, hold
Chop
up,
your
hold
head
up.
up and feed it to the dogs. I'm like,
Like, how you
why?
prepare for that? Like, ooh, ooh, you come in here with your ripped jeans on, blue t-shirt, like a King Kong.
Battle rapping is at a
It's not for
different-
me.
It's like, I got a sword.
It's stand up poetry in a way. Like,
I like wilding out.
it's slam. It's demeaning slam stand up poetry. Like, my job is to say more demeaning things about you.
It's cracking on somebody in rhyming.
But and sometimes it don't even have to rhyme. Like sometimes
Remember that MTV show Yo Mama? Or was it they did Joe?
Your mama was great. The best episode.
Was it Your Mama?
this is your show, your mom.
Why did you do
Practice
that
that in
so?
there too?
You did that so
Love that shit,
good.
yo. I
Your
used to
mama
love
was a
Your
good.
Mama.
I don't know why that show got canceled, but that show was amazing.
It was hilarious.
The best episode had to be when the black dude was cracking on the chick mama who looked like a lion. Like, she was literally standing there.
I never understood why they brought people with them like that, and they'd be standing there. It's like, you know they're gonna be
Like, come
talking.
on. Like, dress
That's why.
appropriately. Like, make them not want to crack on you.
And then when the spotlight get on, they be like,
Oh.
And then, yo, you know what makes a joke worse?
It was fake.
It's when you laugh. It's like when
It
you...
was.
definitely.
Like, when you just laugh at your own joke uncontrollably.
No, that was funny. That was funny.
But when it's really funny and you just can't stop, like, that is, for me, that's DC Young Fly. He's hilarious to me. He's a clown. And he just laughs at his own jokes, and you have no choice but to join in and laugh.
Nah, that nigga
What,
is funny.
was it Exhibit Show fake? You know him?
Yeah, Tiffany Haddish was on it.
Oh,
It was fake.
Pimp My Ride, yeah.
It was fake.
She didn't look in the same exact way, just a little bit poor, saying, "Thank you, MTV, for."
I'm about to pimp your ride.
You're right. You should have been a impersonator.
Nobody appreciates my impersonations.
You did.
Everybody
You
else
did
say
a
that doesn't
very
sound like
people.
the
You
person.
sound like Boosie. Show me a pussy for $1,000.
You gotta mean that. That has to come from your neighbor, yo.
You can't laugh with it.
Show me a pussy live for $1,000.
I was like this.
Y'all gassing me, yo.
No, you sound.
I really did.
I want to make that my ringtone.
Show me a pussy live for $1,000.
That's gonna be the promo for this episode.
$1,000.
$1,000.
You gotta say it with like some phlegm in your nose.
$1,000.
That was pretty good.
Hey, yo, check this out. What would y'all say is a project that if you was on a deserted island and somehow you had access to I don't know, a battery life, a solar charged battery life, and you could keep recharging your phone, what album would you listen to? One.
Oh, sorry. What one album had I listened to? I don't know. It would definitely be a Drake album.
Probably Blueprint 1.
Thinking,
Eminem.
Why are you thinking I would pick Biggie Smalls' Life After Death?
It would not be an Eminem album.
It would be a Ye like Kanye album.
I don't think so.
What about you, Biggie?
Nothing was the same Drake.
What about you, Greg?
So much good music, man.
You can't.
One joint, you got a whole bunch of double CDs.
Can I look through my phone real quick?
No.
You act like you about to leave. Yo, let me get this right.
This is difficult.
Yeah, why you thinking about that? I was just thinking about that because there's a
What
lot
was
of
yours?
albums. Life After Death. I picked Life After Death specifically.
Not Miseducation?
No, Life After Death. You know, Miseducation, Lauryn Hill definitely have a lot of versatility, but when it comes to like the length of the album, how many songs, Life After Death is just like song after
I have
song.
mine. I think it'd be Free Spirit by Khalid.
Free Spirit by Khalid. Okay.
I didn't think
such a
that.
great album. Such a
I mean,
great
this
album.
is no other album, so it's not going to be a typical joint.
That
like,
junk puts me at peace. Such a good album. I would not bring an Eminem album because I feel like I'd just be angry. Why the hell I'm on this island?
Yeah, I feel like you know, certain albums definitely are mark for a certain period in my life. Mm-hmm. Like when I mentioned Cameron, Danny was like, "Oh, I remember Cameron. My sister used to play that album, Purple Haze." Like, so there's definitely certain projects that.
In respects to Cameron, I think Purple Haze is the top 50 hip hop album of all time.
Which one would you say? He said 50.
Top 50? I mean, you thinking 50 albums. I don't know if that's going to crack 50 or not.
I think it does. I think it stands up. I think it has a place in time.
And even for me personally, I think I got Come Home With Me above Purple Haze. But
I don't know, man.
I think when you think of Cameron, and I think I am.
Purple Haze is the.
I think I'm well equipped enough to say this for somebody who can't stand the way he raps. When you think of Cameron, you think of Purple. You think
in
of that
2020. In 2020, like in generally, like
you think of that
general,
purple album cover.
That's probably what people.
Where he was going crazy with the pink, which is when it started. You know what I'm saying? Going crazy with the pink.
And that might not be his best collection of music. I'm not saying that it is, but for me, I think that's when you say it's a top anything. That means you have made an impact at some point in history.
But it's still here. Pink is definitely. I don't see it going anywhere.
Speaking of history, I think I really hate Versus now. I hate all of it.
No, you don't.
No, I do.
You love it.
I don't like the fact that there's no criteria.
How is there no criteria?
There is no. This man picked 6 words from an artist over a full-length song.
Who are you talking about in particular?
We did Drake
May.
versus who we do? Drake versus Lil Wayne.
May.
He said, "No, we did Drake versus Chris Brown." I picked a full Chris Brown, and it's a hit. I'm pretty sure it's a hit because I do hits. I don't do B-sides.
You never like B-sides.
I chose a hit by Chris Brown,
and he chose.
I said, fuck a lesson with you, for real, you don't get you. No, not no lie.
No, it wasn't no lie. It was long as my bitches love me. That was Drake's only words in the song. And y'all, and he gave that a point.
What song did you pick?
I don't know, but it was a full flesh Chris Brown song where he sung 3 verses in a chorus.
But the song, that hook, that little Drake part.
You think that made or break the song?
That Drake part is the song for me. For me, when I think about that song,
criteria.
So you don't mean verses as far as what Timbaland and Swiss is putting together. You mean?
I guess with G.
Okay.
No, if that would have been legal if Drake would have played that.
I'm not saying that
based on the standards that
I don't think he would have played it because he only had 6 words.
No, that's not what they're going by. They're not going by counting words, and you know that. Am I featured on this song? Am I not featured on this song? That's it.
You think, first off, we talking about Drake. You think Drake is playing a song where he only has 6 words?
No,
on
but
it?
if he wanted to, that's what we're talking about.
He could have. You're right. The legality of things, yes, he could have played the song.
That's all that matters.
No, it don't.
You said the legalities doesn't matter, right?
Okay. See, look, and this is why Tory Lanez probably waited to make a statement about if he shot back because words get put against you. No, it does matter. I'm saying, even if he chose that song against, let's put it against Fine China by Chris Brown. You choosing that song you giving Drake a point for that song over Fine China?
Me personally, I like Fine China.
I like Fine China.
But you would still give Drake the point.
No, I would definitely give Fine. Baby, do it for you.
You suck, G.
I like that era of like Michael Jackson sounded music from like R&B. I wish more people did that.
Yo, Chris Brown is not better than Michael Jackson.
Chris Brown ain't nowhere near Michael
common.
Jackson. Who said who?
It's a common narrative. You never heard that narrative.
Never.
We're never.
No, I've heard it. I think I've heard people say actually I saw this tweet like a couple months ago and I remembered it. Dude said, if we wanted to keep it a buck, you know more Chris Brown songs than you do Michael Jackson, and that's what makes Chris Brown better.
Depending on when you were alive, like depending on when you were born, like
he probably was born in like 2011 saying that.
I didn't agree with him. I'm going to put that out there.
I say Michael Jackson is on a different level because you can take
on the stage
anybody
for 20 minutes
no matter what type of hat you put on, if you put it on a certain type of way, who they gonna say you acting like?
Hey, if you beat a woman.
Michael Jackson, like automatically. There's so many people who wore hats way before Michael Jackson and after Michael Jackson. But when you put a hat on and go like this, you know what I'm saying? Like automatically you understand like who you're being like.
It's iconic. I think me personally, the only person I will ever put in the verses against Michael Jackson, just my own personal, is James Brown. I would like to see that. I think they both had the same kind of hit for hit, undeniable, timeless music.
I don't know James Brown catalog like that, so I would defaultly say Michael Jackson.
He got some stuff, man. He got some stuff.
James Brown definitely has.
Like, I don't know Janet Jackson's catalog either, so I don't understand why people keep saying she's
I think James Brown joints go so far back that it may lose touch with a broader type of audience who, even if Michael Jackson ABC is so old from the 70s, it's been so embedded in American culture and commercials and jingles and music and sampling. You know what I mean? People would still go from identify with ABC or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that James Brown don't have those, but I think Michael Jackson got a whole lot more of that.
Only thing I know of James Brown is Soul Man.
That's not James Brown.
That's not true.
Oh,
That's not James Brown.
No, see,
Who's
I don't.
That's Sam and Dave.
Then I don't know. I never said I
You
don't
know
know.
this is a man's
I said
world.
I said I don't know what James
You know
Brown
this is
song.
a man world.
You know,
just doesn't come.
You know I'm black and I'm proud.
That's him.
You know Big Payback.
Nope.
What? You do. If you heard it, you know.
You know. I hate when people tell me what I know.
Because it's one of those songs that everybody has heard, especially growing up in the household, like in the area we grew up in.
Hold on to your love. You got to hold on. Hold on. In Vogue.
No.
Nah, yo, you like playing that role, yo. No.
Why do you think anytime somebody don't know what you talking about, we playing a role?
No, I think
you say that about Brennan all the time.
Nah, that's that nigga.
Brennan do
Brennan do Nigga don't even like his own team, yo.
Brennan does not like the Lakers. I don't care what nobody says.
Why is he doing that?
That's his own team.
Lakers win by 20. No, AD makes that final shot. AD and the Lakers are great. That's why they gonna win a championship. Brennan, they got lucky.
Nigga's a different type of person, yo.
For real.
We need to have Brennan next time on the podcast.
I think that'd be good. You ain't saying much this time around.
I know.
You was about to give us courtesy comment just now when I said something about B. You put your phone down. You realize like maybe this social media shit really got a hold of me.
Are you addicted?
I did.
You addicted to your cell phone?
Yes.
I'm
Especially when I'm out of this conversation.
I am too.
Why are you out of the conversation?
Cause you guys get so deep in music. Like, who cares? It's a song.
Oh, so that's a little out of. You don't care about music.
So what do you want to talk about, Danielle?
It's just like, okay, you guys talk about the same thing over and over.
I said, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Injustice is.
No, I did not say that either. I'm just saying, like, why can't multiple songs just be good? Why you guys gotta fight over it?
It's good to fight. What you mean?
Yeah, but like, why can't?
It's good to fight.
What you
Why
mean?
can't Drake's 6 bar or 6 words be as equally good as Fine China? Why does there have to be competition? You know how I evaluate music? Let me show you how Danny gets into her bag of evaluating music. Song comes out, right? I go to the recently added. I look at all the stars first because those must be.
I just started doing that.
So I play all the stars. If I like the stars, then I continue on to the next song.
For real?
Yes. I'm not like, Greg, why didn't you like this star? Who cares? All music is just
I hate when people don't like the music that I like.
No, but there are some joints that you could press on an album and wonder why doesn't this have a star? Prime example, if you like J. Cole, what's that Forest Hill?
Drop?
Yeah.
What's the song? Hands in the air.
Fire something.
That's a fan
Fire
favorite
Squad.
that doesn't have a star on it. There's
Because
no
Taylor
star
Two
on
Cities
it.
is
Can
my
we just be
favorite.
honest? Albums like that, then they would need to put a star by every song.
So what do the stars represent?
It's like the most
One
played.
that people play the most.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought it was
I didn't know
one
if
that
it
was
was.
featured.
Nah, it's the most played song.
The
It's
one that
So
all
how do
the
they know it's the most played if it just came out?
algorithms.
Back in the social media bag.
the distribution companies monetize that. Every time somebody click it.
Yeah, but if the album just dropped, how do they know it's a star?
Because if
Well, you gotta think
only
about-
if only one person plays it, then that's the favorite. If only one.
Because
Okay,
when you think about
okay.
when an album drops, millions of people have access to it. Some people literally wait until midnight to play these albums.
And people are different time zones too.
Right.
You're right. Yeah, but you guys, I just said I like Drake. I answered the question, and then
It does
it's time
go
to
into
move-
the music bag and then stay in the music bag.
And that's all I gotta say.
Why are you trying to make us feel guilty about this? Because this is definitely working for me.
I'm just hoping that like next time we can have some Danny Center topics.
Like what? What's a Danny Center
I
topic?
have to think about it now. Because now I'm put on the spot. But I just let you guys talk and I just put my 2 cents in. But this is not really.
We don't want 2 cents. We want $1.
Did you get beatings when you were a kid?
No.
Do she look like she got beaten?
What?
That is mean.
No. That is your reply to. That is mean. Do you beat your kid? That is mean. Listen. So, what do you feel about beatings?
I think they're unnecessary.
I agree.
I'll whoop some ass. Don't look this way. You know me.
Listen,
I don't condemn any parent who decides to physically reprimand their child.
I'm not gonna say I don't commend it. You just do it if you feel
That
like your
is
child
you
deserves an
raise
ass
your child
whooping.
what
What's
you
too
feel is
much?
best.
Huh?
right now, listen. If you saw me right next to Giovanni and I said, "Come here, Giovanni," and he laughed and said, "No," and I popped him right there, would you think like
I would laugh.
No, it would make me cringe.
I would laugh.
Because like, what do you?
which one? But you didn't cringe off of him blatantly disrespecting you. You didn't cringe. That's not cringing.
No, because you teach them not to. You can explain to them what not to do.
Well, that's all it does.
So
That's all you
what?
have to do?
So you're saying that you're by you hitting him, you're getting
That's what you gotta do.
That's sarcasm.
Oh, that was your sarcasm?
That was sarcasm. I ain't even go for it. Seriously, that's what
That's all you gotta do.
So we all parents here. So do you beatings? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I don't be beating Giovanni. As much as I said that,
Yeah,
I don't be
Nobody
beating
thinks that
Giovanni.
I'm sexist. Boys deserve it, girls don't.
Giovanni should get way more than he does, and I don't.
Funny. He's such a kid.
And that's where the
he's
line
not your
gets
kid.
crossed. When everybody is.
I've come to learn
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
When everybody's like, she's so cute because she's not yours.
That's
Yeah.
very true. There's some kind of
And everybody is contributing to her or him feeling like, yeah, this is okay that I'm doing this because everybody thinks this is cute. So I'm gonna try it again. The fact that I'm having this conversation, you would think that I'd be going upside Giovanni's head. Like, I swear to you, I only think about it like, yo, you don't realize.
Get a Nerf gun.
You don't know.
Get a Nerf gun.
Greg wants to get a Nerf gun so he can shoot
I'm
Ava.
That could get old. Yo. I think that could.
Not
I think
for
that.
me.
Yeah, she gonna take it.
Cause after she started feeling like this don't even hurt,
Or scare
It's
her.
not for pain. It's for my pleasure.
but she gonna just go, Daddy, like playing with you, like.
Why you have to do that? Don't do that for me. Yo.
But I read about something like that. Like, what would be wrong with instead of when your child does something bad to reply with something physical with some physical repercussions, or versus something pertaining to love.
So like, if she called me a
This
bitch,
one's
I give her a
not
hug.
bad, but
Listen,
that's
I took like one of those, you
Let
know,
me
like
hear
those
it.
earlyhood childhood education trainings.
Yeah.
I took one of those, and that's what the videos and the trainer was about. Like, when your child.
Was your teacher white?
No, it was actually a black. The lady who was speaking on the you know, you gotta watch those videos and stuff like that. It was white people, but the lady who was
It was white people.
but the lady who was in charge of the seminar was black.
She had a perm?
And she was concurring with everything. Yeah, she was concurring with everything on the video, and the joint said instead of replying with some like hitting your child, striking your child, reply with love, like you said, like hugging, saying I don't appreciate when you do that.
No. Hell no. You do that to image, you'll be like, oh well. Get used to like no. I think. Wow.
BBW.
Oh, what? She's an Insta model.
I think firm talks, like those super stern, firm talks and timeout for a 2-year-old works. They're effective.
Timeout definitely.
I love timeout.
Now, popping a kid, like I said, if I had a son, I think I would feel opposite of how I feel about popping my daughter.
Why? Because you want them to be strong?
yes, I think it's a masculine thing. And it's probably wrong. It's probably single-minded. And I don't care. I think boys need to know pain.
I popped G one time and he said, "Oh shit."
What did you say to that?
Is it bad that I can see him saying that?
Oh shit!
Just like that. It was like it happened just like that. He I don't know what it was. I popped it. Ah, shit.
Did you laugh after that?
No, I just like contained myself.
That is the challenge of every
I would've
parent,
laughed,
yo.
yeah.
I would have died laughing. Like, forget. What did you say? I think I just would have laughed.
I didn't even acknowledge it. The funny thing is, I didn't even, when he said "oh shit," I didn't even go like, "You're not supposed to say that." I just let him like deal with the pain, like of me popping him and saying that, but I didn't even acknowledge it. Cause I feel like when I acknowledge it, then that makes him go ham
Yes, that's true
and
too.
keep trying to do it, say it like.
How about you, Gillz? What's your stance on discipline?
I am a firm believer in the belt and thy slipper. For me personally, I haven't had to really beat my son that much.
Because Caleb was a great kid.
Yeah, more or less, it's usually like me letting him know what's up, and that's it. Just the other day, something happened the other day, and he called me. He was like, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know this happened. You know, I was trying to have this happen, but this is what happened." And I was like, "All right, thank you for letting me know." And,
You sound like an adult.
He
Like, he's
acted-
like the most responsible kid ever.
Man, yo, the conversations me and him have about the Senate and have about the elections, I feel like I'm talking to a grown person.
Wow.
He's into all of that stuff.
That's dope.
But he's it's always been like just
Imagine let Ava call me, "Hey, Dad, I did this. Sorry."
Ava said I was annoying yesterday.
What'd you say?
I walked away. I was just so hurt. Because you know how they like
Maybe I am annoying.
but like dude, she inserted like perfectly. Like I said, "Ava, do you want to bring this toy to the school?" She was like, "No." "Do you want to bring this toy?" She was like, "No." So I'm asking her different toys. She goes, "Mommy, you're just so annoying." I was
And
like,
what did she do after that? Or did she just like look at
she just walked away.
Who did do you call her annoying? Who did she hear?
I
say-
like call Greg annoying.
Every day. Every hour.
So annoying. You're so annoying.
And then she comes to me and goes, she's like, Greg's like, "Say sorry." So Ava don't like saying sorry. She comes and she stands in front of me and goes, "You're sad." And she goes, "Dada, look, Mommy's sad." And starts laughing. You know, I'm kind of like gas out, put the pouty face on. She's like, "You're sad." And then she was like, Greg's like, "Say sorry." And she's like, "I'm sorry." And then like Greg's like, "No, say it like you mean it." And she goes, "Sorry, fine." And then she walks away.
That is Greg's doing it, no
Stubborn.
doubt.
How is that? That is her daughter.
That is
Stubborn.
No, that's you, yo.
Stubborn
How does that
to
come
the
back on me?
core.
That's definitely you, bro.
That is her.
I think it's different, like another level of being stubborn when you got a girl. I was so glad that I did not have
You would have worked well with a girl too.
a girl, man.
I'm so glad I didn't get a son.
Man.
Oh man.
In that situation, when I tell Giovanni to say sorry, say, "I won't say sorry, but I'll apologize."
That's what he does. He's so
Yo,
funny.
that's a
I'm not
smart
making
kid,
this
yo.
up, yo.
That's a
If I
smart
was
kid.
making this up, yo, then God strike me down. I'm not making this. If I say apologize, I won't apologize, but I'll say sorry.
It's a power that
Sorry.
That's
what it is.
It's psychological power. I'm not doing what you told
That's
me to
what
do.
it is. But and at the same time, I'm still honoring what you're saying, but I'm not gonna do it the way that you told me to deliver it.
That's your son.
For
He's
real.
hilarious.
Going to
What
the
did
beat
he
of his
say
own
to
drum.
you from The Lion King? When he said, "Pick up your toy."
Yo, you know when you have your kids. You have your kids pick up the toys after they make a big mess, and then it's time to go or something, and then they just doing something other
play
than
it,
picking up the toys that they just made a mess for.
Mm-hmm.
I say, yo, normally I do the clean up, but this time I'm like, yo, just clean that up, man. I'm not touching none of those toys. You did all of those toys. You got all those cars, all of those action figures. Cleaning up those toys, boy said,
Take it back.
brother, help me.
Yo.
No, it was Scar. He said, Scar, help me. He combines the Black Panther
with the Lion King.
With the yes.
Yo.
It be too much.
Did you laugh?
No, I didn't laugh. Cause it be times where like I'm thinking like, yeah, it's funny, but like I'm trying to go, like it's too much. You playing too much, yo. I don't feel like it.
Do you laugh later?
No, it's just something I can ponder and think about, like if I try. But if I'm really trying to leave out the house or something like that, and you like playing on and nonstop, like no, it's not funny in that time, man.
I would have been cracking up, man. Ain't no way in the world.
Brother, that's he says, Scar, brother, help me.
Is that when he was falling off the rock?
He combined a scene from
That's what it is.
and the scene from
Yeah.
when Mufasa was dying.
Yep.
That's imaginative.
That's talented for real.
I don't know, man. Hey, but what do y'all think about like with in 2020 where you know a kid can possibly like develop the information to make their own business or create their own lane or their own platform just by picking up their phone.
It's something.
Whereas, okay, where I can see you probably look.
If I can profit off of it, I'm okay.
Hmm?
If I can profit off of it, I'm okay.
Anything can be profitable.
No, I mean like if Ava wants to have her own business, sure, but I need a percentage.
Hey, I agree.
It's different from like when you was growing up and they like, you know what you want to be when you grow up, lawyer, doctor.
Right, that's what I was alluding to.
The idea of saying I want to be an
Kardashian.
influencer, I want to be an
Kim
entrepreneur.
Kardashian.
That's something that is totally different for this generation. So
You think being
kids will be
an
into it.
influencer is a real like goal? Like,
Yeah.
It can be depending
can
on
be.
what it is. Like as long as it's not influencing.
OnlyFans?
It's a real system.
But it's a thing.
Then it's not luck. Like, where people say, like, oh, getting in the NBA is luck. Or getting in the NFL is luck. But being a social influencer, these people are following a real format. They're not just like winning $1 million and now all of a sudden they got followers. They're actually sticking to a system, the aesthetic of the way their platform looks. It actually has an effect on how many people cares about what there is that they're posting. So I could easily see Ava or Giovanni or Caleb coming up with their own lane and blowing up, like just based off of their personality, and there would be nothing you could do about it. Like as long as they have access to a phone. Now if that translates into money, that's a different type of conversation. But just the fact of being insta famous, like like having notoriety, just that much. And think about kids in school. Imagine if we had social media in school.
I'm glad we didn't.
Like,
How old am I?
how old
14?
am I? What are you talking?
What was you 14, 15?
I'm just trying to think. Did I have social media in school?
No.
No, you didn't have social media.
You couldn't. The
When
majority
did
of
Facebook
school.
come out?
It wasn't.
No, we had MySpace.
MySpace, but it wasn't
It wasn't what it is now.
like I
Y'all
need
had
to be on
MySpace
my
in
phone.
school?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I had MySpace page.
What was MySpace? 2006.
2005.
You showing your age, bro.
I got on MySpace a little bit late, so
It was like 2005, 4.
Oh yeah, I've definitely graduated by the time
that video you showed me of the guy was like, who searches SpongeBob in baggy clothes? You see the YouTube video?
Oh my man. You want the one with the brim on it?
You wanted that. You wanted that. Yeah, that was my joint.
You wanted that name. You wanted to put your name on a belt.
I remember that. Don't think I forgot that. Yo, what is his name again?
I forget his name. It's not like a regular thing. It's like whatever his ad name is, but it's not.
That joke is funny.
It's like he got like a down south name, like Cleon or something like that.
That's a down south name?
Cleon? Isn't that Star Trek?
That sounds out of this world.
No, yo, they be having some crazy names sometimes down south, like
Cletus?
like Cleon Lee.
Yeah, I was about to say, so it's like two names.
Two names.
Jennifer
like,
Ann and something like that.
Lee John?
My grandmother's name is Yannicka Ann.
That's pretty.
I've heard people say that's pretty, but like that's not typical. That's what I'm saying. Like
it's different.
Yannicka Ann or Annika Ann, one of them.
How come there's some names on here no more, like old names, like
Barbara.
Yeah, or Floyd, or Jerry. Like those are old names. People don't name their kids stuff like that.
For black people, it's more popular. I think black people, correct me if I'm wrong, have gotten to a point where like I had my share of a name that won't look good on a resume, so I'm gonna make sure that my kid has a name that's a little bit less.
Yes. But I think it also goes in the opposite direction too. It was like, on you watch Blackish?
Occasionally,
Great show.
Occasionally.
Anthony and whatever his name is. Hamilton?
No, Anthony Hamilton's the singer. Anthony Anderson is the actor.
Anderson, whatever, yeah. He said that some that black people give their kids like creative names because that's the last creativity that they have in this country. Like,
that was like a pun on the.
No, he was being dead serious. Like,
that's the only thing that we can control.
That's the only thing that we can control. Like, our last names are slave names.
Oh, okay.
So you give your kid like an apostrophe in their name because it's creative, because you had that control. I don't agree with it, but I understand where he's coming from.
You don't agree that your last name is definitely.
No, my last name is definitely slave name.
Wreaked havoc.
No, I don't agree with.
What is it, like son? I'm an Angling. Well, yeah.
You're not from this country.
Angling.
Angling? Lind. That's European. Right?
It is. Yes. Yeah.
What's your last name?
Randall. That's German.
Oh. So you ain't a slave?
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, no, yeah.
I am a slave, yes.
I looked up the first Randolph tribe was from Virginia. Not tribe.
I'm
Plantation. Plantation, not tribe. I'm sorry. The first Randolph plantation.
How'd you find this out?
Virginia. Google's for everybody. It's your friend.
You're hilarious, bro.
You believe it? I did a 23andMe.
I mean, different. Once you start going to different resources and you can pretty much confirm it.
How long do you sit on your phone?
Like sometimes like
what's your worm day like? How long?
Every day since I've been like in high school, like I always wake up probably like around 2-3 o'clock and I use the bathroom. But once I get back to the bed and my phone is sitting there on the charger,
this conversation can go so many ways right now.
Once I'm sitting on the bed and my phone on the charger, like the wormhole begins. It might just start off me just checking my email, then I go to social media, then I go to YouTube. Oh, let me see how long did it take for frogs to evolve to the modern way that they look right now, or some shit, like something crazy. What? Like it gets there and then that goes into something else and then something else, but it always ends up going back full circle to
slaves.
To
oh, sorry. I didn't mean
No, like selling his soul in the industry. It always goes back to that. No, I don't care. I don't care what I'm Googling.
You went from frogs.
Yo, that is exactly how I am. Like when I'm.
Algorithm is fucked up.
That's what it is. The algorithm.
Them niggas probably looking at your shit like, what is this nigga talking about today?
Because after I'm scrolling up, if I'm going from frogs, it eventually goes to Illuminati.
What?
Is
that their mascot?
Or like Masons and like.
That's their mascot, isn't it?
Or like devil worship, like symbolism into occultic symbolism.
You need to reach out to Instagram or Twitter and say you need to change my algorithm.
No, it's more so like Google, YouTube, like that's really occultic symbols, like all the different types of things that
you don't believe in conspiracy theorists?
See, the thing is, my perception of what a conspiracy theorist is contrary to yours, because stuff that's actually facts, that's known, that's for real, certain people still look at it as conspiracy theorists. This is a real symbol that has nothing to do with bloods. This is a real symbol that has nothing to do with being a blood. Every single thing. This has nothing to do with being a Brim gang member. It's way deeper. Like, this is real. Like, whether you feel like it's a conspiracy theorist or not, there are people who really do these. I can't.
Bro, you was lighting up like, yo, Brim. Like, yo,
Gillz wasn't dying over there.
it was like you was casting spells over there. Yo.
That's really what I mean. In 2020, those things don't have the power that people may think it does, but in reality, the fact that it goes deeper than that, and people really know that. Oh, I can't even say no. It's well documented that all of these symbolisms that gang members and fraternities use stem from even Helen Keller. You know who that is? Of course you know Helen Keller. Yeah. It's been said. We could say it's a coincidence or not, but before like all of these hand symbols to make like for deaf people and everything were made, occultic symbolism existed. There's no coincidence that all of these things, the symbol is the same exact thing with different swastika. It's the same exact symbolism for people who Indian. It looked the same exact type of way. If you look it up, it's the same exact thing. It just has a.
Are your sources? Slightly, but is your resources credible?
When you say a resource, whatever resource that you want to feel is credible, I could use that and pull up occultic symbolism. It's going to say the same exact thing. Whatever one you could decide it. I don't even need to pick it. Whatever one that you would decide. Okay, this is a credible source that I would deem that these symbolisms are real. It's going to say the same thing. It's going to say the same thing all across the board.
So why not just use credited sources all the time then?
What do you? That's what I'm saying. What do you feel like is
honestly, the stuff you talk about, just I have no interest in that. I would not have any idea.
I'm scared to Google that shit.
No matter what credible source that you can think of, they all display bullshit. So what's credible? All of them, no matter who you can think of, Fox, but you.
So wait, then what makes your opinions correct?
Just because they're doing it, it's there. Like, besides the credible sources, you see it. It's there. For years, this symbolism was known to be the Rock. Then you will see Tom Hanks throwing up the Rock. Then you'll see Denzel Washington throwing up the Rock. Then you'll see all of these. Everybody is down with Rockefeller. Everybody is down with Rockefeller. Take Rockefeller out the situation. When you see somebody, when you randomly look at in politics, and you look at pictures. I'm not talking about no source. I'm talking about real life pictures. When you look on the news and they're throwing up specific type of symbolisms. Everybody is a blood. Everybody is a Crip. Or everybody is a Delta, or
that's where it gets. To me, that's where it gets murky. Because yes, I've seen images with, and we're about to end this podcast because we're at 2 hours. But I've seen I've seen people point out when like a president is making a hand gesture, pause it there, circle it, and be like, "That is this." That could be anything.
No, but if you're doing it, the fact that you don't, that's the thing. It's not for you.
Here it is.
It's not
here
for
it is.
me.
Here it is. You know how you said this? This means something? Donald Trump literally does this all the time. And you think this means something?
Yeah, that's
not
so
the fact that he's an idiot.
The fact that people do that's a part of culture. That's the reason why it's a part. People just do that for no reason.
You do this without even noticing it.
I'm concurring with you. I said I do it. People do it, but there's a reason why. Because you see it all the time.
You think it's embedded in people's mind?
In people's subconscious mind. So when we do it, we just chuck it up as I'm only just putting my hand up a certain type of way.
But you're saying it means something.
And it means something outside of the people who don't know what it means.
That's
and
crazy.
Just because you don't know what it means doesn't mean it doesn't have any real type of meaning. Doesn't mean that there isn't a language that's being spoken right in front of your face.
And it doesn't mean that there is a language.
Oh no, it does.
No, it do.
So the fact that people who are not even referencing the symbols that they're making, you would rather believe that they're just making the symbols and they're not and that they're not having a secret conversation that doesn't involve you or I.
The reason why I can't I'm answering your question. The reason why I can't get behind it is because who's to say you can do anything and somebody can say it means something. If everybody in the world started doing this, that means something. Oh, that means something. That means something. Is that not the truth?
Yeah, it's the truth, Greg.
Am I wrong in thinking that? Gillz, me and you could literally just start doing this every day.
There's a reason why you don't go down that deep. Like, as much as you don't believe in that shit, it's a reason why you don't delve deep into that type of shit. There's a reason.
Word association.
I'm just saying.
For me personally, I don't like to Google that kind of stuff.
Cultic symbolism is real.
But I'm just saying.
Just like you can Google the Bible and trust that the words that you're reading in the Bible is real, and you don't need to actually open up a book.
But you just never know what can happen.
Greg, if it would a physical book like buying an Aleister Crowley novel that is real, that showed because he shows it. Aleister Crowley shows these actual symbolism.
Right?
These
He's
real.
No,
this is the founder of the Satanic Bible.
But people have considered him to be a conspiracy theorist.
That sounds like a cult.
No, I'm not saying that he's not. But.
No, whatever conspiracy theory, but there are
see, come on, G. This dude found he is the creator of the Satanic Bible. He created this shit himself.
But it's not a cult no more. It's a religion. Look it up, Greg, right now. If you look it up right now.
Oh, the camera's not recording.
Satanist, when people are Satanists, that's a religion. It's enough people to deem it as it's no longer a cult.
I get that. I'm not saying like I understand. Okay, it's like when a college becomes a university. There's enough people there. Get it. Doesn't mean somebody didn't create it. A man created that. a man has said, this means something, and it means devil. This means devil because I'm the creator of the satanic religion.
I'm so glad the camera's on so people don't see you doing that.
And just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean the meaning isn't. Even if a man did make it, let's just say Alice.
No, you're right. Just because I don't believe it can be real. But I'm just saying, just because you have done some research on it, it's not factually based. So it's a conspiracy theory.
How is it not factually? What makes it not a fact?
Facts. That wall is white. That is a fact. You don't know that this man who did this said that this means devil.
Because he said it does.
But who gave him the right to say that
millions
this is
of people
devil?
Who follow it. That's what it is.
That's idiotic, G.
How is it not?
Because so you mean to tell me if
The
enough
fact
people
that fuck you is a curse.
so if enough people say that this wall is black, that was black?
Yes, because
Done.
actually, you want to know a fact?
Done.
You want to know a fact?
Nope.
You want to know a fact? Listen. White white has the exact opposite definition. If you look at the early definition of the term white and the early definition of the term black, look it up. In the early dictionaries, I think from before the 1500s, black meant white and white meant black. Now look that up. And it doesn't say it anymore. So does that mean that it's not a fact? Black, listen, the word black as we know it meant pure. It meant clean. Everything the opposite of what the Webster Dictionary, which was made by a white person.
But where is this from?
The early
What's early and where is your source?
I just said now you just did you.
Daniel, you looking it up?
Huh?
You looking it up?
No, I'm looking at sneakers.
I think more than earlier than the 1500s, before the Webster Dictionary existed. I not just say that? I mean, you heard what I said, and you said, okay, but where is the source?
Because that's what I've been that's literally what I've been arguing you about this entire time. I don't care what you believe. You can believe what you want. All I'm saying is what makes it a conspiracy theory
if
is
it's
that
not in the dictionary.
No, if it's not factually based.
Right, and it's factual if it's in the dictionary.
No,
right?
it's factual if it can be proven.
It's proven
with
if
concrete
it's in the Webster
evidence.
Dictionary. It's concrete if it's in the Webster Dictionary.
Yeah, I'm going to go what's in the Webster Dictionary
everything
versus
that's the
what's in your
Dictionary-
mind.
So
Yes.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying what's in my mind.
But
I'm saying a real source. That you saying I only believe it if it was in the Webster, if it's in the Webster Dictionary. And if it's in the Webster Dictionary, that means it's true.
I am more to believe whatever is in the Webster Dictionary.
I guarantee you can list a slew of words that's in the Webster Dictionary right now.
Words change. Words change. I'm not. That's not what I'm. That's not what I'm arguing.
So because the word changed, does that mean the value of what it did mean doesn't stand anymore?
Yes, that's exactly what it means.
So you're telling me
do you understand what you're saying?
Right. So listen. The fact that let's say black, I'm black. If I'm saying I'm black, that means that I consciously disown whatever real tribe that my blood lineage come from. I consciously say it. Look, I consciously say it. So that means that where my bloodline really genuinely comes from means absolutely nothing. But because the Webster Dictionary says I'm black, I just did a census yesterday, and in the joint for what do you mean what? What didn't make sense?
How do we get to race? I was talking about colors.
Because you said black. If you look up the definition of black, race is not gonna get brought up if you look up.
I'm saying you literally just said white meant black and black meant white in the old dictionary. Okay, so let's get to the intricacies of your assertion. Okay, if that was the case, race wasn't even a thing when I was even thought of. So how could you possibly equate the two?
How could I?
Black, the term black. First off, they started recognizing people of darker skin as black. Because it comes from I
think it's Spain or some junk like that with the word with the Spanish word of negro, right? So it's like if you're saying that
even negro, it's describing
it doesn't. No, you're missing me because you're just trying to prove your point.
No, I'm going off what you said. You said describing negro.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you're saying black meant white at one point in time, like early, like in a previous dictionary.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying exactly what a real dictionary.
No, okay, yeah. If that's what a dictionary said, right? Then, but at that time, black didn't mean your skin color.
What?
It didn't. No, you can't say that it did.
So the fact that I'm darker and this person happens to be white and they're being called white is
I'm saying no. It can't. No, because I'm literally talking about the literal color of a wall that is white right now, and you're saying in an older dictionary,
no pigmentation. Right now is closer to
the words.
PT is closer to that wall than I am.
The color, the word, the words of colors have evolved to mean race. Renault?
I think when
somebody thought of the word, or thought of to name a color black, they was talking about race.
The reason why they did that is so we won't claim
you're not answering my question. When John said this is black, you think he was saying race?
This is the
race only.
Just a
you're not answering my question.
Race only came up.
We
even
all love
race,
each other.
The word race is fairly new compared to what it really is. It's about your blood, your lineage.
So you're proving my point.
How is it proving your?
Because
that's right.
if you're talking about the word black meaning what the word white meant in an older dictionary, they was not describing skin color. So it has.
It was.
Because
read it. You didn't even. I'm speaking to a person who didn't even read the definition.
You're right. I didn't. I'm just going off of what you were saying.
Why don't you read it for yourself?
I will read it. We'll talk about it in the next podcast.
Read it for yourself, and you'll see.
That's just blowing me, yo.
I'm telling you, yo. The fact that we even claim by all means, I love being called black because
I like to be called blue.
Because it's a way.
That was a bad joke.
It's a way how we take lemons and make it into lemonade. But I like that. I don't wanna go around the fact that we're missing something that many people in this world have, and that's knowing exactly who they are because they know exactly where they come from. And to be labeled black is to voluntarily, or to be labeled black is to voluntarily say that I disown who I originate from. A census, I just did the census yesterday, and it said black, meaning you have family from Jamaica, Africa, and all that. I'm like, yo, I don't know nobody in my family from any of these places, and I have to pick black. But on the contrary, I do know multiple great-grandmothers and great-grandfathers who have been said multiple times to be Cherokee. But I would feel crazy about even checking off Cherokee because my whole life I've been called a color. Why? Because this contradicts what has been told to me about the American slave trade. And within the American slave trade, there's only been 14% of the people that we see walking around that's black is from Africa. The rest of them was from, guess what? Right here. The slaves is right here. Why don't I want you to even know that your great grandmother and your great great grandmothers was already here? Why? Because there's so many benefits that comes along with knowing the treaties and everything that was passed for your specific tribe. How many people would have to be given like free this or free that, or land here and land there? No, it's easier for me to call you a damn color and put that in the news and let you sign it off on the census, because now you don't even claim it yourself. You don't even know who the hell you are yourself. So calling your damn self a color while I call myself a color at the same time knowing that my family derives from Ireland or Germany, or it gets deep. I don't even know anything but down south.
I don't disagree with you. I don't. That went a whole different way. I don't disagree with like your assertion on colors and why we are labeled colors. I agree with. All I'm saying, I'm gonna read this other dictionary.
Read it, and this is gonna be fun. I love this. I would love for you to really.
All I'm saying is think about what you're saying about the term, like how colors are now being used to describe people, skin color, bloodline, like it's used to be described race. And I'm not disputing that at one point, whether in another dictionary, black did mean white and white did mean black. I'm just saying when those concepts came about, I don't think it had anything to do with race.
But think about this. If I'm telling you, imagine what that could potentially do to a generations to come subconscious. If I know that if you look up how crazy it is when you look up the definition of black, how the negative tone that is set for the definition of black is so much negativity. It doesn't say with like give a positive perspective. Like when I think about black, I think about all. It doesn't.
Here it is. This is what you're saying, right? They changed it. It's been changed because the word, there has been, I think over time, color and skin have been equated together, right? And I don't disagree with that. Like, when some person learned what the definition of these two words were, when black meant pure and white meant dirty.
That's
let me finish.
What it said.
Let me finish.
You said pure.
Let me finish. Somebody said, wait, my skin is almost white. Let's change this. Let's make people who are less like, it's not like me, black. Like down they're dirty. And I'm white, so I'm pure. I believe that happened. I'm not saying that. G, do you understand what I'm saying? I believe you in your assertion that happened. I don't even need to read a dictionary. That just sounds like history. That just sounds like history to me. I can believe that. Mm-hmm. What I am arguing, not even arguing, what I'm believing is that when Joe Schmo thought of these two terms, in no way in hell did he associate humans' skin color to the definition of black and white. Somebody else did that for him. And that's when it was changed.
Right, because all before people identified.
That's all I was saying.
Oh.
Oh my God!
Why you ain't say that?
What?
You play too much, Greg. You play too much, yo.
He really got it. Oh my God. Okay. That's hilarious.
You fly, girl, and you're cute, and you do wear whatever you do. With your nails done, your favorite shoes. So go ahead, ma, I ain't mad at you. Look at at you, look 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 at you. Go on, girl. Look at you, 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 look at you. Well, excuse me, pretty lady, I'm just digging your frame. Your mental is continental. You think you fly like a plane? Well, baby, let me be your captain. Booty so extravagant. On the phone talking about the mother hoe she better than. Standing 5'5", light skin, brown eyes. I wonder what kind of shake about to come with them fries. She said, boy, you crazy. Shorty, can you blame me? Dirty dancing all on me. And then with Swayze, put that thing to work and never get lazy. Then we lay back, playing eyes and getting hazy. Later on, page me. Scooping in the G-Ride. Baby, we can kick it old school like felines. That's the way we ride. Got a feeling wavy. Other chicks hating cause you're jingling, baby. It's about time that you do your thing. So go ahead, girl, and get your 15 minutes of fame. You fly, girl, and you're cute, and you do wear whatever you do. With your nails done, your favorite shoes. So go ahead, ma, I ain't mad at you. Look at you, 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 look at you. Go on, girl. Look at you, 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 look at you.
So many one-of-a-kind dimes, hard to feel picky, feel iffy about places I would love to put a hickey, goddamn. Now this is where it all gets tricky. Last time I saw so many curves fell in Mississippi. I like to dance, not on the wall, loving them all. And if you see something you like, well, this is not the time to stall. Hey, petite girl with the jeans, that apocalypse with junk in the trunk, meet Mrs. Snuffleupagus. I saw a shy chick that wouldn't look up, so I did exactly what a broad did and pushed up. Now I got her rubbing on me, loving the beat, and I gotta move along because this girl's by the heat. Dancing on berserk like they got off work. I'm feeling shawty with the cut off shirt. I said I like the way you do your bang, and there's a reason why they staring, girl, do your thing. Or go ahead,
fly, girl, and you're cute, and you do wear whatever you do. With your nails done, your favorite shoes. So go ahead, ma, I ain't mad at you. Look at you, 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 look at you. Go on, girl. Look at you, 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 look at you.
Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? All white linen like I jumped the broom. I'm so replenished. Brand new whip, yeah, it might be rented, but the interior probably strawberry scented. No chips to Venice or Venus. My penis is the cleanest, so take this ride and hop inside of this Enterprise ride. SWV in this SUV, LL Cool G in the place to be. Live in effect, money on deck, please cut the check. She thinking that all I expect is sex. Come on, you know what it is. Once you hit the crib, then I'll put it in your rib.
I had to bring that shit back.
You fly, girl, and you're cute, and you do wear whatever you do. With your nails done, your favorite shoes. So go ahead, ma, I ain't mad at you. Look at you, 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 look at you. Go on, girl. Look at you, 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 look at you.